Hey guys, welcome back to the Flushcast. Today we're covering Justice League 2017. I'm Yamcha,
Uh, my name is Sam.
I'm Bullet.
and today's guest is.
Me.
You got JJ Hoop on, everybody.
Yeah.
It's finally happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so in preparation of the Zack Snyder Justice League, rewatched Justice League 2017.
Yay.
Uh,
Oh, what a film.
I just want to say this was my idea, and I'm sorry. That's all I want to say. This was my idea.
Yeah.
This movie's pretty bad.
That's putting it mildly. Right. Who wants to start?
How do you even start with Justice League?
Okay,
There's
let's
no
just
easy way to start.
say, I started watching the movie at 2 times speed, and then by the end I was already at 7 times speed.
You got off easy then.
Did you at least watch the post-credit scenes?
I watched one of them.
Was it the one where they're racing or something?
Yeah.
Where Flash's suit falls apart.
You know what? I propose we do something experimental here.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Let's start with the positives.
Oh
okay.
god.
Okay.
I didn't
'Cause I
see
have
any.
something. I have one
can think
positive about the movie.
I can think of a few.
I have one thing. I'll make this brief.
Alright.
The moment where it's in the final battle where the Flash pushes the truck out to safety,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then you see Superman carrying the building.
That was gonna
Yeah.
be one of mine, yeah.
I like that, yeah. I like that scene.
I don't even remember that scene.
That's because
I mean, I'm not surprised.
That's it went past in like half a second for you.
That's it. That's all I got.
that's the only one. I
Yeah,
have a
that's
couple.
all I have.
I think I like the stuff with Cyborg and his dad throughout. I think Cyborg's the most interesting character in it.
He is, but he has nothing to do.
Yeah, shame he doesn't get explored at all.
Yeah,
they
I'm hoping
present
he
the
will
concept,
get
but-
explored more in the Snyder Cut.
Oh, he definitely is.
Yeah, I remember him being called the emotional core of it.
The heart of the movie, that's what Snyder calls him.
But
That makes sense.
in this, he's just kind of
He's just there.
Yeah, they propose the idea of something interesting with his dad, and then they just don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
That's
I
most
also like
of
that
the
his
movie.
dad's the guy from Terminator 2. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Positives, come on.
Oh yeah, I like the opening montage with the song in it.
I
was
like
okay.
that too. I think
I don't.
that's a good Whedon addition, I think.
Yeah, that was the one good thing Whedon did.
I thought it was where it's like the opening credits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
everybody
that was just
knows.
a little- Yeah, I thought that was a little goofy, to be honest. It's like the dude taking over the fruit stand, and then the cops immediately.
Yeah, it did feel like they were trying to copy Snyder, but they didn't know exactly how to do it.
Look, without
It felt
Superman,
very
people are
It did
losing
feel
their
very
fruit.
Snyder for me, so
Yeah, it was. I mean, as far as I think, the thing that bothered me about that opening is when I think about Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. I'm not a massive fan of either of those movies, but some of my favorite parts of those movies are the openings.
Yeah.
I think Zack Snyder does a really good job of opening his movies.
Yeah.
The Krypton scene is my favorite scene in Man of Steel.
That's a good scene.
Yeah, I really like that.
I really like that bit. Yeah.
I love the opening of Batman v Superman a lot, like the whole slow motion Death of the Waynes.
That, and then when Bruce Wayne's on Metropolis, I thought that was
I love that bit of BVS when it's
even though
him in the Battle of Metropolis. So good.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I really don't get why he had to go to Metropolis to make a phone call. But
well, I don't think he went over there to make the phone call. But
why did he wait to make the phone call? And why didn't those people leave until they got the call from Bruce Wayne?
That is kind of
I would have just gotten the fuck out of there. But I mean,
they're
we're not
loyal
here to talk
employees.
about
What can you say?
corporate loyalty.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce Wayne knows how to make a loyal company.
Yeah.
Clearly, people are willing to die just to stay in the building.
Yeah. Right, positives one. Anything
I
else?
genuinely don't.
I like
it's only
Alfred's
2 hours.
mention of the penguin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a cool line, yeah.
Oh, I like
Uh.
how the Flash is watching or on his TV has like some Japanese song.
He's
And
also
it's
watching
He's got
Rick and
going
Morty.
K-pop
really fast.
and Rick and Morty, yeah.
I like the
I-
I like the moment where it's after Superman's been revived and
Mhm.
or resurrected or whatever, and it's like Flash running past him, and then you just see his eye turn. I like that moment.
Yeah, that was
That was
good.
That whole fight is the best scene in the movie.
Well,
But
that's all a Snyder holdover for the most part.
my problem with it is that they clearly just changed the color and it looks horrible.
Oh my god, yeah, it looks so bad. Because it was supposed to be at night, but for
Mhm.
some reason they made it day, and I don't know why.
I don't know why they did that.
Because the
That
scene
would-
starts at night. It like went to daytime in
Yeah.
like 15
Yeah.
minutes.
And that
It literally just
and you can tell it's nighttime because none of the characters have shadows.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell it was filmed at night, but
Half of the scenes don't have shadows.
Yeah, because okay. Can we think of any more positives? Because we're going. next.
yeah, I have a big one.
The movie
Okay.
ends at some point. That's a positive.
It's only 2
Although-
hours long.
Yeah,
The
that's what I was
credits
gonna say,
roll
movie
at the
short.
hour and 50-minute mark.
I know, it's amazing. Like, you know what? At least I think Warner Brothers putting in a studio mandate that the movie needed to be 2 hours long was a bad idea.
Hmm.
But it stopped the movie from being more than 2 hours long, so
Yeah.
I'm glad they did it.
Yeah. Oh, I've got another
Yeah.
positive. I
Oh, boy.
like J.K. Simmons as Gordon.
Yeah, he was
I
good.
do,
Oh
but like,
yeah.
can I just ask? I don't know, like, if this is going to be something that's explored more in the Snyder Cut, but like, I can pull up a picture of this and send it into the chat real quick.
Okay.
You're gonna recognize this immediately, JJ. I think, or you'll
Okay.
probably know what this is all about.
All right.
But like, the man got incredibly shredded for Justice.
Oh
League.
no, I've seen
Oh, yeah.
bits of him like
Yeah,
like,
I've seen
he's
that.
fucking
Like,
ripped.
look at this.
I've seen that before. Yeah, he got ripped.
Like,
Yeah.
look at this.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh my god.
Why did he get so ripped in this movie? He does nothing.
Well, he has I think another scene and a longer version of a scene that's in this movie too. So he might have a little action bit. I'm not sure, but
Is he gonna be like? Is he in the Snyder Cut?
yeah, he's in it more.
Oh,
Is he
that's
gonna be in
good.
like the nightmare scene? Is he gonna be like fighting?
Oh, that'd be
characters?
amazing.
He might be. I don't know if he might be.
You know,
he very well could
that would be
be.
awesome.
He's wearing like a tank top.
Well, the
I
thing
love
is,
that.
in Batman v Superman, they put one of the teachers from the opening in Metropolis as one of the fighters in the nightmare scene. So they very well could have Commissioner Gordon in there.
Oh,
I really hope he's in
that
it.
would be good. I'm imagining him like Mad Max style.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. But I
yeah.
do know he has a longer version of that opening scene in the police station, and there's
Okay.
another scene later on. I think more towards the end of the movie where he talks with Batman. That was like when he turns the light on in the ending montage. That's a full scene. So
Maybe
Oh,
instead of Superman flying in to stop Steppenwolf, it's J.K. Simmons.
he flexes his muscles and his shirt just disintegrates off.
You can see the veins pulsing.
Steppenwolf just walks away.
Yeah,
He's just crying.
he
on
takes
the
a
ground.
boom tube out of there. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
A plus. It probably made J.K. Simmons a bit healthier.
Yeah, that's the plus. Another plus is that we got Snyder's uncompromised vision because this movie was so bad.
Yeah, that's another thing, I guess. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think the Snyder Cut probably would have been a lot different, like, in terms of, I think the studio would have cut it down a lot more.
Oh yeah, well it was heavily compromised in the state it was in, like before Snyder came back last year and started working on it. Like it had the stupid He-Man-esque Steppenwolf design and not the new one.
And we're gonna have to get into that at some point.
Oh god.
Yeah.
But
I would
Oh.
I would love a Snyder commentary of this film.
I was gonna say that, yeah. I would absolutely love that.
There's a video on YouTube that takes audio of him like just screaming about random things and puts it over certain scenes of this movie. It's hysterical.
I mean, apparently Snyder hasn't even seen it.
He
Chris
hasn't.
Nolan told him not to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on Vero, dozens of people have asked him about like scenes that are in this
Yeah.
movie, and most of them are responded with like, "I don't know what that is," or "What the fuck."
I was
does
gonna
that
bring
mean?"
that up.
Like,
Yeah.
Someone
percentages
asked him
of
about the
Russian family.
aliens.
Someone
asked
asked
him
him.
The aliens probing their husband or something.
Yeah, he said,
What
What
was
the hell
that
are you talking
scene?
about?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
why
Why
was
did
that
that
added?
need to be in there?
No.
Right.
It served
Okay. So
no
we
purpose either. Like they never explained that like her husband was taken by parademons or anything. It was
yeah.
just
Yes.
nothing.
Are we done done with positives?
We were done a long time ago.
Yeah, there's no positives of this movie.
Right.
Oh.
Negatives. Let's go easy now.
Oh boy, where do we start?
It exists.
I want to start with the thing that bothered me the most. This is the thing I hated the most about this movie.
Okay.
The way it looks.
Oh god.
Because I want
I
to
feel like
point out
yeah. Do you mean
that's
like
the biggest thing for me.
CGI or just the
Not the
way
CGI.
it's filmed
Just
or
the way it's lit.
The way it's
like
lit is the biggest
composed.
thing.
Yeah,
It looks like they went in post and they upped the brightness of every
they
Mhm.
scene.
did. They
definitely
literally
definitely.
did. That is what they did.
In Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman, Batman's suit looks great because it's designed to be in shadows. But when you
Yeah.
put it in broad daylight and
It
you have
looks
him just kind of
terrible.
walking around, it looks like Ben Affleck is in a rubber suit. Like blue. It almost looks blue.
Well, that's
it
because
Yeah.
they lit it up. Yeah.
And the on the visual, like the weird, especially it's the most notable in the final battle, but the red color palette in that looks
Oh god, that
awful.
disgusting orange color. Oh.
It's so bad.
Well, the reshoots didn't have a cinematographer or director of photography.
You could
There was none.
fucking way.
They're
Oh my
literally no Fabian Wagner. They never asked him to cut because Fabian Wagner. He was the cinematographer of this film, credited as it. But he said that they never asked him back for reshoots. There was
So
none.
they just winged it.
Yes, that is literally what Whedon
was it
did. He basically just turned on a camera and stuck them all on a sound stage, and that was it.
You could really tell.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god. I think this may be the most incompetent blockbuster of all time.
It is. I don't know how the guy who made the Avengers could make this movie, but he did.
Oh, God.
He made like one of the best comic book movies.
Yeah,
and
one of the
all.
worst.
I wouldn't say this is the worst. I think there's worse
No.
out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, Elektra and Daredevil 2003 exist.
Mhm.
Suicide
what?
Squad.
Yeah.
I can name things one thing I like about this movie. I can't name
Yeah.
anything I like about Batman and Robin, so
I could
Well,
have fun watching Batman and Robin at least.
This is not fun to watch. No,
No.
this
I
is a
mean,
chore
unless
to
you watch
watch.
it in 7 times speed, then it's
It's-
fun.
it's weird
One
because
thing,
oh, sorry, you go.
one thing about this I really hate, and it's not necessarily hate, but disappointment is the score. It's just
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah.
underwhelming. Like you have Danny
Yeah.
Elfman, who's done such a good job with Batman and Spider-Man, and in this, the score is nothing but like generic stock action music, and you
wonder
can
if
barely
weird-
hear it.
Weird reusing of past tracks, like
Yeah,
they used
Batman
the Williams Superman theme. I think shows up at one
yeah,
point.
it does not fit in this universe at all.
Yeah,
I don't get why they put the Batman theme in there. It's like they're trying to nostalgia bait people who just don't give a fuck about this
Well,
movie.
did you see in an interview from like 2017, Danny Elfman said the one and only Batman theme is going to be in Justice League, and that's his theme. He said his theme is the only real Batman theme.
Oh, I
Right.
forgot. Yeah, he did the '89 film, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, that
But he's a
makes
bit of
sense
an
that that's
egotist.
in there then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like, dude, you're scoring a completely different character. This is not the
Yeah.
Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah.
This is a completely different Batman.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a shot of Steppenwolf where he just jumps, and it looks. It's just.
Every shot of Steppenwolf looks
Yeah.
awful.
Well, there's a history to Steppenwolf, and the reason why he looks so bad.
well, they,
Is it because the budget got put on the mustache?
No, well, actually, so there's obviously the Snyder design of Steppenwolf that we've seen in the Snyder Cut trailers, but also in the end of Batman v Superman, well, in the
Yeah.
Ultimate Edition only.
Yeah.
That was the version he had actually rendered like half the movie with. But then
Oh.
the studio said, no, we don't like that design, and they came up with this Skeletor henchman reject design, and
Who
they pretty
whose
much just
decision was
squeezed it
that?
into the shots. Like, that's why Steppenwolf looks like a dwarf in half the shots, because he was just squeezed in there haphazardly at the
Yeah,
last
looked
minute.
Oh, God.
horrendous. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I think this has to be one of the worst like CGI villains or characters.
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
Azog
Definitely,
in
yeah.
the Hobbit movies is better than he is.
I don't know
I think-
how, but like
Steppenwolf is up there with the Scorpion King for like one of the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
ever.
Oh yeah.
100%.
my other thing with Steppenwolf is he's so like expressionless. Like when I think of like a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
CGI character, like Gollum is like one of the most
Oh my God,
expressive
yeah.
characters in any
Yeah.
movie ever.
Or
Like-
Caesar in the Planet of the Apes, another Andy
Or
Serkis
even
character.
Smaug in the Hobbit movies.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, Smaug's
You get
great.
so from those three examples, you get so much character from the
Mhm.
performances, but just with Steppenwolf, you get nothing.
Well, once
He
again,
looks-
it was because of the design. This one didn't have any real motion capture for it.
Is the
They
Snyder
just-
Cut one having motion capture?
Yeah, that had motion capture in
Oh,
it
nice,
because it was
nice.
filmed that way. But with this, they literally just pasted this model over the old the new model, I guess, that Snyder wanted. Like, they didn't do any proper motion capture for it. That's why it looks so weird.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Yeah,
On the-
Steppenwolf is just
on-
lame.
On the topic of CGI, do you want to get into the mustache?
Oh God, I
it.
mean, what can be said about it other than that it looks terrible? I
It
mean,
looks like
yeah.
they went into MS Paint and painted over it with the.
Well, the thing is, when I
literally
saw
what
this
they
at the I saw this at the cinema when it came out.
so did
and
I, sadly.
I did too.
I didn't really the mustache at that point didn't really bother me. But like,
Mhm.
I don't know what I watched then because it was awful watching it today.
When I started the movie and the stupid phone scene that was
Yeah.
copying Spider-Man: Homecoming at the beginning,
Yeah.
I thought it was, you know how recently there's been that trend of like people using that app to have people sing songs and they're not
Oh
really.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
thought it looked exactly like that.
That's what it is. I think.
Yeah.
That has
God,
to be it.
I mean-
There's no way that they spent anything like any budget on that.
There's no way they spent more than $15 on that. I mean, it just looks so bad.
I mean,
in the phone scene especially. I mean, it looks like you could land an airplane on that thing.
yeah. I mean it was worth it because we got Mission Impossible Fallout out of it.
Yeah.
but
And we
instead-
got the Snyder cut out of it too. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish he wore the mustache throughout the movie.
have you seen the behind the scenes photos of him in the costume with the mustache? It looks so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's
I
really
Yeah.
funny.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Give him the mustache. Fuck the Snyder cut. Release the mustache cut.
I'd watch that. You know, there was actually deleted Whedon footage.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, more jokes, and I think there was some dumb exposition scene that had more to do with like the dumb parademons that like have goo and sound and respond to sound for some reason. But yeah,
That was like the weirdest subplot of all time. Like Batman trying to figure out how to
my
implement
God.
sound weapons into his Batmobile.
and that was,
Yeah.
and it didn't have a payoff. Like they just chased him down and wrecked up the Batmobile, and then Aquaman came in and killed them all.
Can I bring up Aquaman for a second because
Why is he a thief?
He is completely useless in this movie.
They
He
turned
shows
him
up.
into a thief for some reason.
Yeah, he
Yeah, and
shows up. And
also-
he does nothing.
I don't know, something that felt really out of character for me is when he's walking into the ocean, he just chucks a bottle into it. Like
Mhm.
that feels really out of character for Aquaman to be littering in the ocean.
Yeah.
Why
He's
would they
supposed
add
to be
that?
epic. He's supposed to be epic, and littering is epic.
Yeah.
Smooth criminal.
As we all know, yeah.
It really
My
just
favorite
feels-
part is how he openly talks about Bruce Wayne being Batman in front of a crowd of people.
Oh god. No, none of the characters seem to care about their secret identities in this because you've got like Lois saying
Yeah,
like
she said
Clark
Clark
very
to him
clearly
in
to
front of the
Superman in
police.
front of a cop, and then Bruce says Alfred into it,
Yeah.
within like a couple meters of a
Oh
cop.
my god.
Like Jesus.
That's another thing. The rooftop sequence. That's
Oh
horrific.
God! Can I bring up how that criminal clearly, when he says like, "It's because he's dead, right?" Superman.
That was an
like he's
ADR
not
line.
talking. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
talking. His
And
lips aren't moving.
that was the weirdest shot ever. He's standing in the background and his mouth's not even moving.
Yeah, and he's just like, It's because they know he's dead, right? Superman. Oh god. And
what was
like,
he even robbing? Like his bag was just full of like metal and weird noises that made clunking sounds. Like did he
I'm
steal a bunch of pots and pans?
I'm surprised they didn't have like a dollar sign on the bag or something.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
And like I love how Batman just leaves him tied up on the roof. Like he doesn't even contact the police, he just leaves him there.
Just leaves him.
God.
And why is when they're like when he's jumping on the parademon, why are they moving so slowly in the sky?
I love this review that I saw for Justice League. I put it in the chat.
Saw that. It's amazing.
Uh,
That's the scene. The rooftop scene is the scene where I noticed just how bad the lighting was because
oh,
it's
God.
so overlit.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
the whole thing is overlit.
Like the
if that was
weird,
in a
like,
normal Batman
red
movie, it'd be
light
really good.
that you can't really tell what's coming from. It just because it was like Batman's like half lit red for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, typically you want the light to have a source, but
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also want characters to have shadows, but I guess that's too much for this movie.
This is an
God.
alternate reality where shadows don't exist.
Yeah. Metahumans don't have shadows in the DCEU.
No one in this movie has shadows though, even like cops.
And Alfred's got a crappy wig on for half the film.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Just the hair. It's like changes between shots in like
oh my
the same
god, yeah,
scene.
with
Especially
the
the
infamous
Batman.
what is brunch
scene.
line in Barry's hair is
Oh,
shorter than
God.
it was 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like what is that brunch? Why that running gag? It makes no sense.
That was the worst thing. I hate reading dialogue because of this film. It's just
You know what?
every line that he's written is awful.
I'm gonna go against the gonna go against you guys here. I didn't hate the line in the post-credit scene where Superman brings up the brunch. I thought that
I
was
didn't even watch the
okay.
post-credit scene.
I think it was fine there, but earlier in the movie, it was just
The actual scene is fucking horrible.
Oh,
he's infuriating throughout.
he's so annoying.
It makes me appreciate. I don't know if any of you guys have watched the Flash show, but it just
No.
this
I
makes me
watched, like,
appreciate
half
Grant
the first-
Gustin's The Flash even more.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he say Dostoevsky to the random Russian family when he pushed them away? What does that even mean?
Oh god, the Russian family. Jesus Christ.
Why did they put that in there? I counted it. There's about like 10 to 15 minutes of footage of the Russian family in there that could have been used to like develop Cyborg or Aquaman, but no. We needed
That's
the
the
Russian family.
There's at least 20 minutes of this movie that could have been cut. You got the Russian family. You got the
Like
scene
90
where
minutes it could have
Batman
been
goes.
cut.
Well, you got the scene where Batman goes to visit Aquaman.
Oh
Then
my
leaves,
god.
then goes back later. Like, why did that first scene need to be there? Or no, he
Oh,
doesn't go back
God.
later. Aquaman just kind of shows up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they were
Batman did
originally
not need to show
connected.
up.
Those scenes were connected originally, I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, like in this cut, it doesn't need
Yeah.
to be there at all.
It
So, like,
doesn't.
there's 20 minutes of this movie that could have been cut out and put to other things, or just cut out.
Mhm.
I would have preferred that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Make it a short film, please. Just spare
Make
me
it
any
90
more of this.
An avant-garde short film where everyone's on a green screen next to poles.
Oh
Just
god,
make
the green screen. That's another thing.
Mm.
It is the worst. I think it's the worst green screen I've
Yep.
like seen in a big blockbuster like this.
Yeah, and the aerospace hangar, Batman's aerospace hangar, all those
Oh.
reshot scenes.
The
You can
Batcave
see
looks
Gal
so
Gadot's
lifeless
stunt
in
woman
this.
there. Like, you can see her face in there.
Yeah.
I expected
The
better
Batcave
for a
is awful.
2017 blockbuster.
Yeah, especially since 2017 had so much great VFX,
Yeah.
and then you get
Mhm.
this. Like we were
Blade
talking about
Runner,
this
The
in
Last
chat
Jedi.
earlier. War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, War for Planet of the Apes, even Alien Covenant. Those were all great films that came out the
Yeah.
same year. I mean,
Like
for
they
God's
had
sakes,
great
you look at
CG and
Lord of the Rings came out in 2001 and it looked better than this did.
Yeah.
Lord of
yeah.
the Rings looks better than most movies nowadays, though. I'll
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah, it does.
It still holds up. Seeing that in
Very
theaters,
well.
the one thing that bothered me with Lord of the Rings was the shot of Sauron, like with the ring, where it just looks like
Yeah.
a man standing there.
Mhm.
He just looks like he's a normal man in a Halloween costume, but other than that, it all looks great.
That's how all the members of the Justice League look in this film.
Yeah, they look like they're wearing Halloween costumes.
Well, Flash's costume is falling apart for half the movie because no one cared enough to fix it.
Oh,
Is
Flash he just can't run in this movie. It's
Oh my god, the
His
running
running
is
is
so
awful.
bad.
Was that a Whedon edition or was that something Snyder?
Well, the
Shows.
thing is, in the Snyder cut, the Flash has a lot more to do. And he has like scenes where he like breaks the Speed Force, and he like I think he even travels through time.
I
So
think I've
I
seen something
think,
like that in the Flash teaser that came out last week.
yeah,
I think.
yeah. I think a lot of this footage that they use of him running is like him trying to break through like the sound barrier, and that's why it looks weird. But they used it just for like normal running when they could have just used.
Also,
That would make
like you
sense.
pointed out again in the chat earlier, the subtitles for Barry, he just says "oh fuck" when he falls over.
I don't. You
What?
can't even hear him say it. Like, why is that a subtitle?
I don't know. I don't know. I
think
turned
I heard
subtitles on to Cherkk, but yeah.
I heard that when I was watching it once. Like, I actually heard that.
Yeah,
It is audible,
it's
but
so
it's very
random.
quiet.
People got mad about Snyder saying Batman's gonna say "fuck" in the Snyder cut. The Flash already says it in the Whedon cut.
I can't wait for Batman to say a slur.
No, that's the Joker's role.
Oh, yeah. The nightmare scene's just building up to him saying the N-word.
You know, Batman, despite making up 13% of the population,
Please, come on.
it's my audition for playing the Joker in the next Suicide Squad movie.
You think he's gonna call Superman a racial slur?
I was gonna call Cyborg a racial slur.
Oh, God.
Oh god, no.
Okay, let's move on from this conversation.
From Joker racial slurs? Never. This is the best conversation. This is better than talking about the actual movie.
Yeah, I'd rather not
I
talk
guess
about
so.
the film where the final act takes place in a Russian town with weird crystals and plants everywhere.
What is with
why
the
did they ha-
plants?
I don't know.
It's
Why is
Why-
everything red too?
Why did it need to be in like a nuclear cooling tower?
I don't know.
Well, that was
because
there's a reason in the Snyder cut, I'm sure of it, because it's 4 hours long. I mean, there's got to be a reason they put it in a nuclear tower, but in this
Yeah.
version, it's just in a nuclear tower for some reason. Like, there's no explanation. It's just there.
Yeah,
Um,
and one thing another thing that bothered me, it's minor, but I don't know if this was a Snyder thing or not, but you know when you see the humans burying the mother box, it's like
Yeah.
it's like 6 feet of dirt. Like, come on, guys.
yeah.
I think that's Snyder. I'm pretty sure, but
Like, I mean, it makes for a cool
We'll see
looking
in
shot,
6
I
days.
guess. But yeah, it just like put in some effort. Come on, just drop it in the ocean if you must.
Can I say my favorite part of this movie is when Steppenwolf just appears after Superman wakes up and he just takes the mother box.
he takes it from. They just left it in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just left it there.
That was another thing people asked Snyder on Vero, and he was just like, "What the hell?" Like, I think that was his response. He was like, "What the hell? No."
I remember
So-
I remember laughing just extremely hard when that happened in theaters. And then bringing up theatrical reactions, I had an entire row of people leave during the movie.
Oh god.
There's the scene when Bruce Wayne says something about Steve Trevor. Like,
Oh my
about
god. Yeah,
moving
when
on.
He's
he
just like
keeps
to think
talking,
about
he
it.
keeps bringing up Steve
Yeah.
Trevor. Yeah,
What did
he's such
Steve
an asshole.
Trevor tell you that? And then
She pushes him, and for some reason, the Flash Speed Force effect comes up like the lightning.
an
Yeah.
entire row. I was sitting like towards the front row because we got tickets. Because we couldn't go to Thor Ragnarok because it was sold out. So we went to Justice
Oh
League.
god.
Trade off.
Well, my brother was so pissed at me because he hates these movies and he really wanted to see Thor Ragnarok. It's like, I am not watching Justice League.
Oh
And
god.
then I was like, well, we got to see Justice League because we're not just gonna go
Oh
home
no.
I'm
and
on
then
your
come back.
brother's side here. That's
That's such a downgrade.
And we were stuck next to an entire row of like children dressed as Wonder Woman, and whoever was with them, like whoever was chaperoning them, because I think it was like part of like, it was either like someone who brought their kids or was part of like some sort of school thing,
Oh god.
like- and they just got up and left. Like we had the entire row to ourselves.
I wish I
It's
did that in theaters. Oh.
Yeah.
My cinema was just empty. I was like, there was like me and like maybe 5 other people max, which, considering like a week later I went to like Thor Ragnarok and it was packed. And a Thor movie doing better than a movie about the fucking Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
The
embarrassing.
third Thor movie.
Yeah.
It
Doing
just
better
shows
than a
how
movie with
pathetic
Batman,
DC was
Superman,
with
and
this.
Wonder Woman.
And everyone's favorite, The
Aquaman.
Flash.
Oh.
Well, Aquaman people actually like because his movie made $1 billion.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
I really
I'm glad
don't.
it did. I like Aquaman.
It's
I
not
think that
bad. It's
movie-
just not great.
I like that movie, but I also think it's really hilarious.
Yeah.
I
I
was
haven't
saying,
seen that
yeah.
one.
Like, it is extremely funny.
Friends
Octopus
went to
playing
see
the
it with. We were
drums.
laughing out loud in the cinema at it.
Oh, God. Yeah, that happened with me and my friend. We were the only people in the theater because our school had gotten canceled because it was like negative 50 degrees out.
Wisconsin
Jesus.
moment.
Yeah, that's Wisconsin for you. It was negative 50 out, so we went to go see Aquaman. It was great. I'd already seen it, but he hadn't, and it was just fun to, enjoy a DC movie. Can I just also say that I find it really weird? I know this is gonna be remedied in the Snyder Cut, but like they're always talking about Unite the Seven in like the teaser posters,
Mhm.
and there's only
Seven?
6 of them. I think it's gonna be Martian Manhunter, but I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
That's who I
Martian
heard.
Manhunter or Green Lantern. We're not entirely sure yet. Or maybe it's J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons is the
Yeah.
seventh. Oh, another thing I want to bring up. Oh, sorry.
There you go. You go.
I want to bring up that it's really stupid for them to be a team when Superman does all the work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
hated
it's like
that.
they're useless until Superman shows up. Like, what is the point of
Yeah.
having them?
Yeah.
Oh
as a
God.
team?
And then Superman has to do everything for him. Cyborg can't separate the mother box, so Superman has to do it. Flash can't evacuate the civilians. Superman has to do it.
Yeah.
Superman has to do everything.
You know what my actual favorite moment in this movie is?
What?
When he says,
When
"I
they're doing,
wish I was dead."
Oh God, no! When they're doing like the
They got that
dramatic
audio
moments.
from Henry Cavill off stage.
When they're doing like the moments where everybody's getting like beaten, so like I think Aquaman and like loses a fight or something. People are like getting attacked,
Yeah.
and then for
yeah.
Batman, his gun jams.
Yeah, his parademon gun.
That's his dramatic moment. His gun gets jammed.
Yeah. And
yeah,
he does that dumb face when Superman comes back.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh God! Another thing.
Oh,
Batman being like a comedic character does
oh
not
my
work at
God.
all.
Something's
Because,
Something's
definitely
definitely
bleeding.
bleeding.
And then
Oh,
when Superman says something like, "I thought you didn't like me," and he's like,
I don't not like
not
it. Oh
like
my
you."
God. That is Joss Whedon dialogue, and I hate it. It does not
Like a-
work.
It
The
feels
one line-
like a parody.
Yeah, it is.
It's a parody.
I do not dislike the line. I don't not hate the line when the Flash asks him what his superpowers are, and he just goes, "I'm rich."
I like
But
that
it also
line.
kinda-
That's
yeah.
that's not a Whedon line. That's a Snyder line.
Okay.
That explains it then.
Okay.
Yeah. Another terrible line. Kal-El, no.
Oh,
I think it's
no.
the delivery.
Yeah,
it's that,
the
and
delivery.
also, why is she calling him Kal-El?
I don't know. She didn't even know him in the last film. I met fighting Doomsday, and then he died.
And like the name Kal-El has like no. He doesn't go by it. He goes by Clark. So
No, only his father calls him Kal-El.
yeah.
Even, maybe she assumed he would only recommend or remember Kal-El.
I don't
Maybe,
know. Well, that
but I
fight
don't
was
know.
cut down a lot because it was just obviously a Snyder fight, heavily manipulated, and they
Yeah.
inserted a bunch of things. And
Mhm.
why did Cyborg's arm randomly fire on Superman?
Yeah. What the hell was the point of that?
Like, and they never bring that up again. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I was laughing at that.
There's a line or something where like Aquaman just goes, or he just like tries to blame Cyborg, and then they just move on immediately. Like they
Yeah,
don't
well,
do anything.
when he's sitting on the lasso of truth, he says, "We don't know if we can trust you," and like, where did that come from?
And also, you see a shot of him, and the lasso is clearly nowhere to be seen.
Yes,
Like-
yes, I was.
Because I
Yeah.
was looking out for it, because I remembered he had the lasso on him at some. So I was looking like,
Yeah.
oh, is it around his leg? No, is he sitting on it? No, it's clearly not in that shot. But then it would be I would like that maybe if you could see it in the shot and you would, and it was like a
Yeah.
detail you could notice. But no, it's lazy.
Well, it doesn't even like I don't know why they even threw in the line of like him saying they couldn't trust Cyborg because everything about Cyborg being like made of alien technology was taken out of this version, so it doesn't even
Yeah.
make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it written
So-
when they were planning on leaving in more of Snyder's stuff for Cyborg?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
I think he's just racist.
Aquaman's gonna join Joker's crusade and citing outdated statistics about crime.
Aquaman's gonna go start working for PragerU.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I
let's see.
littered in the ocean.
He just doesn't give a fuck.
That bothered me more than it should. Him just chucking a bottle into the ocean.
I think that might be a Snyder holdover. Actually, I'm not sure, but
It's like that moment is it's just really over the top with like the
music.
music playing and him just walking
oh
into the
god, the
wave.
stupid rock song. That's not
It's so
Snyder's.
edgy. It's so
Yeah.
edgy. Like it
Yeah.
feels. It feels
They
like
turned
it's
up
like
the
edited
edge.
by a 14-year-old.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh,
I,
is
I
it-
cut myself on the edge watching it today.
Yeah.
The White Stripe song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
What
a
else to
14-year-old
say?
who just saw his first R-rated movie.
He saw
me
Batman
walking
v
out of
Superman
Deadpool.
Ultimate Edition.
Yeah. Now he's like, oh fuck yeah, Aquaman's gonna throw a bottle into the ocean. There's gonna be rock music. He's gonna look fucking awesome. He's gonna rip his shirt off.
He's gonna have
J.K.
long
Simmons is
hair.
gonna rip his shirt off too.
No, his t-shirt's gonna disintegrate when he flexes. That's a superpower. Like Superman's shirt. It just disappears after they revive him. He's no
Who's gonna-
shirt on.
Oh yeah, he just loses
Yeah.
his shirt.
It's bad, but in terms of like being bad, other than like being incompetently made, it's nothing. Like there's no story to talk about. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
How similar? You know a lot about the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
How similar is the plot going to be to this?
the overall plot of Batman forming the Justice League to fight Steppenwolf is the same, but other than that, I'm pretty sure it's entirely different, and that's mainly because the other members of the League actually have things to do and have character arcs in the Snyder Cut, unlike in this film when they just stand around.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I mean, it is 4 hours, so you'd expect them to fill it with something.
4.5, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
There's an
Jesus.
epilogue now, yeah. It's 4 hours, 25 minutes without credits.
Without?
Yes. That's
Oh,
the news
fuck
right
me.
now, yeah.
God. I won't spoil anything, obviously, but I did watch a leaked clip
Oh,
from
God.
the movie when it leaked with Tom
Mhm.
and Jerry the other day.
Oh, God. The sabotage.
I won't spoil anything, obviously, but
Okay.
the clip I saw, it was quite unintentionally funny.
Oh, no. What was it of? Like, was it Nightmare or was it normal?
It was Nightmare, and it
Oh,
involved
no.
Joker. That's all I'll say.
So it was reshot. Yeah, I think from what I've heard, the reshot scenes are going to be very obvious. I don't think they have the best green screen in them either, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's what I heard. Because I think Snyder shot it with some special lens, and it makes the green screen look really fake.
Uh.
So yeah, but we'll see in 6 days, I guess.
Mm. Oh god, my dad fucking hates these movies, and he's promised to watch the Snyder Cut. So I'm going to be very curious to see how this goes.
Well, actually, a lot of reviewers who didn't really like Batman v Superman or Man of Steel and have seen the Snyder Cut have actually said positive things about it. So
I'm
Oh,
going to
nice.
be-
That's good.
I will
Yeah.
report back on how he feels because, like, I'm not a. I do have to admit I did enjoy Batman v Superman, kind of.
Mm.
I liked it more than I did in theaters. I'll give it that.
did you watch the Ultimate Edition?
I did. I did watch the Ultimate Edition, but
That's the better cut.
I had
Yeah.
previously watched the Ultimate Edition, and I didn't like have any different feelings about it. So I guess this
Ah.
time I just liked it more.
And also,
Um,
didn't you, after watching Justice League, didn't you bump up your score for Batman v
Yeah.
Superman?
Well, yeah. I have
Well, at
lowered
least
it.
that
and then I
movie is
raised-
something. Like, even if you don't
Yeah.
like that movie, at least has
Yeah.
a vision. It's coherent. It's
Yes.
not like,
and
And it has like entertaining scenes, like
yeah.
the Batman warehouse scene is better than anything in this
Yeah.
movie.
Well,
And
there's no choreography for the action in this. It's just Snyder stuff that was chopped up and digitally altered and like reshot Whedon stuff where he didn't even choreograph the action scenes. Like everything's
He
a
probably
mess.
did it. He probably just told him to fight.
There was no one because the reshoots were given like the bare minimum budget for them. Like they needed another 30 million to properly reshoot this stuff and like another year of time, but Warner Brothers didn't give it that because I think the executives wanted to keep their Christmas bonuses. And if they if they delayed the movie and dished out like another 30 million, they'd lose them. So they just said, whatever, screw it, we don't care. And Whedon ended up being everything. He was the choreographer, he was the cinematographer, he was the director.
I'd almost feel bad for him if he wasn't such a shit person.
Yeah. The thing is, before I found out Whedon was a complete piece of shit, I felt bad for him and tried to justify saying, well, it was probably the studio that mandated everything. Like they mandated the 2-hour runtime. They mandated, this much money and this amount of time. But he is an asshole, so I really don't care anymore. And I'm going to blame him for it either way.
And
I would.
I'm not that. I'm kind of out of the loop. What is Whedon done that he's like a piece of shit for? I'm just out of the loop on this.
There's a lot to go over.
Is it the Ray Fisher stuff?
Partially
That's
the
part
Ray.
of it.
There's also an actress who worked on Buffy the Vampire Slayer who came out and said something.
Oh boy.
There's some other stuff too. I don't know. We're not 100% sure, but Scarlett Johansson has dropped some hints about being mistreated on the set of the Avengers, but that's highly unconfirmed. A lot of people think it's just a fake rumor, but it's notable either way. So
Yeah, he just seems like a.
yeah. Well, his ex-wife has came out and said he was horribly abusive to her too. So
Oh god.
That's not good.
Oh, this
Yeah.
this movie features the classic Whedon bit of falling onto some boobs.
oh god.
Where was it? I didn't see it.
Oh, Flash does it. I think
Yeah.
it's in this. It's
He-
just before he says "oh fuck," isn't it? Or it's just
no,
after
it's
that.
after
I
he
think.
says, "Oh fuck." There's nothing you can say about it other than how horrible. Like it's just an oddity that anyone sat down and watched this and thought, "Yeah, this is good enough to be released in theaters."
Yeah.
Like the CGI is rendering while you watch it.
Okay, so on that note, do we want to does anyone
Scores?
have anything else to say?
I do have a question for everyone after we finish the Justice League discussion, but
God.
Sure.
first
Well, do we have
should
anything else
give
to say?
scores?
Do we
One
just
thing
wait?
I want to rant about is the parademon goo. I don't know
Oh.
why that was a thing.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
And Flash, like he runs over a parademon and gets goo on him, and it looks so fake.
Yeah,
The
it
CG
does.
goo they put on his suit, it's awful.
Yeah, do you want to go ratings?
Yeah, I'm sure you go first. You
I give
suggested
it a
the movie.
1 out of 10.
I did too. 1 out of 10 on my half.
I went
give
for.
it-
Oh no, you go for Hoop.
Wow, I give it half a star out of 10, or half out of 10. I hate this thing so much. It's not even worth a 1. It's a 0.5.
This is better scores than you all gave it on Letterboxd. Or no, than Hoop
No.
did at least.
Yeah, Hoop has 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at star then.
I think I'm gonna lower it for my Letterboxd score, but I gave this like a 3 out of 10 because it was at least short and I sat through it.
I was on my phone half the time I was watching it because it just nothing's interesting.
Yeah.
You guys are weak. I sat through the entire thing start to finish.
So,
God.
same.
I didn't even
No,
watch this on my
yeah, the start to
TV because
finish
my
for you-
parents were out around in the house. I didn't want them to see me watching this, so I just watched it on my computer.
Mhm.
You can't just walk in on you watching this, just like, oh, I fucked up.
I'd rather have my parents walk in on me watching porn.
Exactly, yeah.
This is like a sin. It's just-
Um,
That's
so
somehow I'm the most positive about this.
yeah. So
So 3 1s and a 1-3. Okay.
perfect. So this week we're recording this a bit differently. We're recording this the week before the Snyder Cut, and then we're going to record the Snyder Cut portion next week.
The day after it comes out, so next week.
Yeah.
After we all find
Friday.
time to watch this. I don't even know.
I'm taking
how
off school on Thursday to watch it.
See, I got midterms next week, so I'm gonna have a little bit
I
of a
got-
struggle.
I got like 4 hours of free periods next Thursday, so I'm gonna watch it then.
I might not
I-
get through the whole thing.
I'm just gonna have to do my midterms on the first 3 days next week. As long as
Now,
I don't have any tests on Thursday.
watch the
which I-
Snyder Cut during it.
Yeah,
During
do
my
the
midterm
midterms while
test.
watching your midterms, or watch the Snyder Cut while doing your midterms. Jesus, I can't speak.
But
So yeah,
I wanted-
so we're recording this a week in advance. Yeah.
yes, and I wanted to ask before we end this portion of the recording for some final expectations and predictions from the Snyder
boy.
Cut, because just some some discussion about it because
Yeah.
we're going into this. This will be the last time we get to talk about the Snyder Cut before. And
It
it's kind of
comes
weird.
out.
This is actually a thing, to be
I
honest.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've
so
been campaigning for this since 2017, and I don't believe it's actually happening still. Like I think
It feels
it's just
weird.
it's just gonna start, and Justice League is just gonna play and loop over a second time.
It feels
that
like-
would be so funny.
Except with the black and white added on.
Yeah,
my face.
it's black and white.
and Hallelujah, however you say it, playing in the background.
Steppenwolf yelling about Mother for 4 hours in
The
black and white.
unity. The
You're not
unity.
worthy to touch your mother. He actually says that.
I know it's oh god.
If Jared
Expectations. I think it will be better than this
It
film.
has to be.
There's
Oh, no,
no way it can be worse.
It'll be better than this, and I think I'll like it quite a bit because I really like Man of Steel and I like BBS a lot. So
I don't like Man of Steel. I don't care for Batman v Superman, but I don't hate it. So I'm not going in with the highest expectations here.
if Jared Leto isn't crucified on a cross, then it's a 1 out of 10.
I
but,
really hope that Jesus
I mean,
promo is worked in somehow.
It's not. It was just a set photo.
come on. Alright.
Maybe in the
Maybe
sequel.
he'll sneak it in.
When I saw that tweet come up on the server, I was
I didn't think it was
that made
real
my
at
day.
first, to be honest. Like, I am the biggest Snyder fan out of all of you by far. I didn't think it was real, though. I thought it was, like, fake.
I
I
can't
thought it was a
believe
movie source
that.
dark image.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I think I'll like it a bit.
But
A lot. I mean,
I love Man of Steel. I love Batman v Superman. I like most of Snyder. I really love Snyder as a director. The only film of his I don't really like is the animated Owl movie. I'm excited for this, but I'm trying to go in without expectations because I don't know. You know, it's 4 hours. Like, this wasn't even 2 hours if you get rid of the credits. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't know what all it's gonna be. You know.
I'm kind of indifferent on it. I don't know what to expect.
Like, I'm excited, but I don't have any real expectations because it just, I don't. What do you do with 4 hours? You know, compared to what we watched today, this awful piece of shit that is Justice League 2017. How can you make a film that's 4 hours that was shot around the same time? You know, like it can't be comprehended.
I'm very interested to see how they do make up the 4 hours.
Yeah. Well, Darkseid's obviously going to be in it. Like, we've already seen, he's going to be in it quite a bit.
He was in the recent Steppenwolf teaser, I think.
Yeah, they also they released a still of him sitting on his throne on Apocalypse earlier today, actually.
Oh, nice.
Are they gonna? Are they gonna end up actually fighting Steppenwolf though? Do you think? Darkseid.
I don't think they fight Darkseid in this, but they might in the Nightmare, because obviously Snyder shot 8 to 10 minutes of new footage last year, and that was all Nightmare footage.
Oh, okay.
So the Nightmare stuff has been greatly expanded, so we might get a little bit of Darkseid action in that. I'm not sure.
Because, like, this was planned to be a trilogy back when Snyder was originally shooting it. So,
yeah.
Do you think the added Nightmare footage will be, like, adding a bit of closure since he won't be able to finish the trilogy? Or...
He said there's no closure added. It ends on a cliffhanger the same way as it originally did. Because I think he kind of wants to goad Warner Brothers and Warner Media into letting him make sequels, but he's not openly come out and said it yet. He's just said, he's quietly said, there will never be sequels to this. So it's all dependent on how well it does. And I might be too hopeful, but I think it might do decently. I think it's going to get better reviews than Batman v Superman did.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
I really hope. Well, assuming I like this, which I think I will, I really hope he gets to make another, at least another. But I hope he will, but I don't think he will.
Yeah.
I really want him to, finish his 5-film arc for his DC characters, but I can't see it happening. To be being realistic,
Yeah.
I think the best we'll get is like a sequel comic in a few years.
A comic or maybe an animated version.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't know.
I think it's one thing to commit to doing basically just wrapping up a movie that's already been made. To an extent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's 70 million more, but still,
But for HBO, that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
They make for Warner Brothers to drop in the bucket. They make so much a year.
But to commit to making 2 more $200 to $300 million movies, and then actually, because you got to put more. I have not seen a single TV ad or anything for the Snyder Cut.
I have. I've seen a lot on YouTube.
But the marketing just hasn't been there. You know what I mean? I don't think it's been they're not pushing it like it's a normal movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not a normal movie, really. It's
I guess how do you market this? Is my biggest.
It's hard to market.
How do you how do you classify this? Because is it like a director's cut or is it like a?
No, I would classify it as a totally different movie. Like I said earlier, this is not just a longer version of what we saw today.
It's completely different.
Yeah. I mean, apart from 30 minutes, most of what we watched today or in the last week or so will not be in this. It's more than just.
And those 30 minutes were heavily edited out.
Altered. Yeah, they were visually altered extremely and had ADR put in and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
But I don't see, as a big fan of Snyder, I don't see how I can dislike this. I love Batman v Superman. I love Man of Steel. I love Watchmen, 300, all of his films. I don't know how I'm going to dislike it, I mean, I may be eating my words in 6 days, but.
I cannot see you hating. Knowing you as the big fan of Snyder, I cannot see you hating this.
Just all the hype I've seen of you on Discord, just I can't see you not liking it at all.
Yeah,
I would feel so bad if you disliked it.
I've been hyping it up in my head since 2017, since I left the theater in 2017.
Maybe this will be a Rise of Skywalker situation where you initially don't like it and then you just go back and forth.
Yeah, my opinion will change every couple months. Yeah,
we're gonna have to record a new episode every week.
Well, I guess anything else you guys want to say?
Not much more to say.
Just one more thing about Snyder, just in general. I don't know if you guys watched his acceptance speech at the Valiant Award he got the other day.
I did.
But I watched that on. I saw it was recommended to me on YouTube this morning, and I watched that. And I say what you will about him as a director, but I have so much respect for him as a person.
He's such a nice guy.
He seems like a really nice person.
He is. Well, that's every word from any actor or crew member or producer about Snyder has just been nice things. People say he's such a nice guy, which, I mean, when you look at a lot of his movies, they are, even if I like them, I will admit a lot of them are kind of edgy and gory, and you wouldn't really expect, the guy who makes 300 and Watchmen and all these real dark movies to be such a sweet guy, but he is.
Yeah.
And obviously, and also the Snyder, the Snyder Cut raising I think he said $500,000 for suicide prevention charity,
suicide prevention,
which is really good, and he seems like a really genuine, nice person.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, rare among people in Hollywood. So
yeah, look at Joss Whedon. I mean, look at how big of a shitbag he is.
Yeah.
Okay, so this probably seems like a bit of a abrupt transition, but we are now going to talk about the Snyder Cut. So, yeah, this whole section where we talk about both the Snyder Cut and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, this was recorded a week later than the first and last bit of the episode. So, yeah. Oh, and Yamcha wasn't here with us for this recording, so yeah. He was away for reasons, so yeah. Okay, enjoy.
Welcome to Flushedcast Flushdest League Part 2. This time we are reviewing Zack Snyder's Justice League Snyder Cut, directed by Zack Snyder.
Yes, this is the Zack Snyder's.
Yeah, so
Cut.
we're recording this part of the episode a week after the first part. Because, well, the Snyder Cut hadn't come out when we recorded the first part, so...
Yeah.
Yamcha isn't able to join us for this bit, so...
He died again.
Yeah, rip.
Died in Miami.
Has he been on?
Very
Has he
sad.
been in less episodes than he's been on at this point?
I think so, because he wasn't on,
He wasn't there for Zorro or South Park.
and he's not here for the second half of this episode, which is guaranteed to be longer than half of the episodes we've already recorded. We're
This
just
is the
talking about
Snyder
one
Cut of
thing.
Flushedcast.
Yeah, this is going to be the flushed cut.
Okay.
If Bullet cuts out
Flushed cut.
anything, ask him to release the flushed cut.
Well, how would they know if I
Release
Don't stop
cut
doing
anything?
I'm gonna
Restore the flushed verse.
I'm gonna go on and tell everyone what you cut out. If you cut out the Cherkk discussion, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Cherkk was the heart of the podcast.
I haven't even got around
Yeah,
to editing
he
that
just
part for the
gutted it.
last episode, so the last recording. So I started earlier today, and I was because I want to get it done quickly. I was just playing it back at like 2 times speed, so we all sounded like South
Oh,
Park
God.
characters.
That had to be fun.
It's kind of Rise of Skywalker level of editing, isn't it?
He's editing it right now while we're recording.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get on with it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Alright,
This was certainly interesting.
yeah. Do you want to do
Yeah.
like what we did with the theatrical cut? Good first, bad second.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I feel like me and Hoop are gonna have more to say in this category. I think.
Yeah.
I still have
I'm-
some stuff I liked.
Well, I
you go
you
first
had-
then, because
you
you're
like half
the
of it, so give it a
naysayer.
5 out of 10. So
Well, the thing is, I don't even know how much I liked or disliked. There's just so much that I was just kind of like on.
Mm.
The whole thing was just fine. That's my opinion.
let's get into it. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Hoop, I'm gonna leave it over to you.
Oh boy, where do I
Have fun.
begin? Well, for one, the score is phenomenal. Like it's on par with
I agree.
Batman v Superman and Man of Steel score, in my opinion.
I brought this up in the chat just now, but I think I'm not sure if this is a hot take or not, but the new version of Flight, I think I prefer it to the original version, to be honest.
I do too. Yeah, it's a lot more like energetic and loud, if that makes any sense.
I loved that whole scene. That was great.
Oh my god, that was probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Are we gonna get into spoilers right away, or are we gonna
Oh
stay
shit.
non-spoiler?
Oh shoot! Oops.
Whatever.
Okay, non-spoilers first. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
Non-spoilers.
Steppenwolf is a lot better.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. So non-spoilers, I guess, is just stuff that's in the trailer, like, and like
Yeah.
non-specific stuff. So
Well, the weird thing with discussing this movie is, do we discuss it as if? Because I mean, the original version has been out for almost 4 years now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
so
I
it's
mean, they
weird
are
to
far
discuss this.
different.
But like the general, again, this is very vague, but the general plot is the same.
The general plot is the same, but
Yeah.
but there are like
but
specific characters showing up that we shouldn't mention.
Yeah, and like
I guess, yeah.
so much happens in it that's different, but it follows the same general
Yeah.
plot structure.
So-
as
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes that like have the same events that occur, but they're either like longer or with entirely different characters compared to the
Mhm.
theatrical.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah,
just do if it isn't in the trailer or it's not in Justice League 17. Let's call it a spoiler if it's not in either of those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the new flight scene was partially in the trailer.
I don't think
So,
it's
I
a
mean-
spoiler to
Sure.
talk about Superman being back because he's on every poster.
Yeah, yeah,
Anybody
Yeah,
who saw the ending
yeah.
of Batman v Superman knew he was going to be.
yeah.
I don't think one person watched Batman v Superman and thought, "Oh man, Superman's dead for good.
Yeah.
Gone."
Yeah. I love that movie, and I do love Superman's sacrifice, but no one thought that he was gone for good.
Yeah,
He was gone
yeah.
for more than one movie.
I want to meet the one person who was genuinely surprised when he came back to Justice League. They're just watching that and they're like, "Holy shit! I didn't even notice him on the poster."
Well, the thing was, originally, Snyder wanted to not have Superman in any of the marketing, but then he got kicked off, and they put Superman in all the marketing. And then obviously for the Snyder cut, it didn't matter, so we just put him on there.
I
Mm.
feel like Warner Brothers loves to do the like spoiler marketing because like
They do. They really
look at
do.
Blade Runner because
Oh my
Denis
god,
Villeneuve,
yeah.
he wanted to keep Harrison Ford a secret. He didn't want anybody to know Harrison Ford was in Blade Runner 2049.
Wait, really?
That would have been so
Yeah.
much better. That would have
That's
been
why
really good.
That's why that whole scene of him of Ryan Gosling like slowly walking around Harrison Ford's like place is so long
Yeah.
because they didn't want
Oh.
it to be known that it was actually going to be Harrison Ford.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so then
Yeah.
Warner Brothers said, "No, fuck you. We want this movie to do well," which it didn't. So we're just gonna put him on every poster
Yeah,
and in
great
every
job.
trailer.
Yeah,
And he's gonna
look
do
how
all the
much that
promotional
helped.
stuff. Yeah, it clearly made him at least another like $500,000. To be fair, that movie needed all the money it could get.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I'm
But,
just happy he's still getting work and he got to make Dune.
Yeah.
Because
Though
I thought he was done after Blade Runner 2049.
If Dune ever comes out, that is.
I'm not sure Dune's gonna do very well, but I hope it does.
It's not going to.
Mm.
I don't think it will. I'm willing to bet money that it won't.
I don't think it will do
Dune's
well
not going
either.
to Dune very well.
I mean, I
Um,
want it to do well because it will probably be a great movie, but just given the circumstances of things, I don't think it will.
I've liked all of Villeneuve's films I've seen in the past, so yeah.
I've only seen 2 of his previous films, but I did love both of those.
Blade
so,
Runner. What else?
Arrival.
Oh, nice.
I've seen those.
I
two,
really
yeah.
liked Arrival.
You guys haven't seen Prisoners then?
No.
Oh, that's excellent. I rewatched that last weekend. It's so good.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Might have to watch that.
I have a positive about Justice League.
Oh yeah, let's go back to
Oh,
Justice
God.
League.
I do actually have something that I'd liked, which is
Okay.
Cyborg.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
Cyborg's great. He was great in this.
See, I knew he was obviously cut down in the theatrical version, but I didn't realize just how much they cut out of him.
It's
They
like
turned him
They cut
from.
out
yeah.
most of the things.
It's like Joss Whedon noticed that he was part robot and wanted him to be just entirely robotic in the original version. Because like
Ray Fisher is a good actor. I can
Yeah.
fully say that now.
Yeah.
that's the weird thing is like he doesn't come across as that great in the theatrical version, but
Yeah.
in this he's genuinely good in
He's-
it, which is
Yeah,
the
he's
weirdest thing.
phenomenal. Yeah, I hope he gets a lot of work after this.
Yeah, same. The
I hope we see him more.
the scene where he gives that family or the mother the money at the ATM, that was good, I thought.
Oh yeah, that
How
was
did that get cut out? That's like the perfect setup for his
Yeah, I
character.
know.
the
it's
whole
not even that
scene where
long.
like his father gives him the monologue about everything he can do is so good.
Yeah.
Like I love that whole scene.
I also
How
like the flashback with him.
Yeah,
yeah,
when
with
he
his
was playing
mother.
football.
Oh, that was great too. Yeah,
There's just so much stuff that got cut out of his
I
character.
know.
Like he's not the same character in the
Oh God, no.
theatrical version.
He's not a
Well,
character.
he's
in
not
the
a character
theatrical
in it.
version.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Why?
The stupid 2-hour runtime mandate that Warner Brothers put on.
Is it
I
just-
don't get why they did that.
Is it just that like I mean I guess they were afraid of audiences like not wanting to see a movie that was 2.5 hours long.
I mean,
Meanwhile, the biggest movie of that year was 2.5 hours long, so they kind of bet on the wrong horse there.
yeah,
And
yeah, they did.
like audiences loved stuff like Lord of the Rings, so
And Endgame, yeah, and they were 3
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, 5 months later, Infinity War came out at 2.5 hours long, and it made $2 billion.
yeah, like I don't get
This
where
didn't
this
even double its
yeah,
budget.
Yeah.
I do think 4 hours for a theatrical release, 4 hours is a bit too long.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think everyone admits this is like Snyder's ultimate version, but this never would have released in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
I think this would have been like a BVS Ultimate Edition thing where it would have gotten
Yeah, oh yeah.
disc release.
Well, the thing is, had Snyder not been fired, we would have gotten some awful, like, compromised version.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we would have it would have been exactly like Batman v Superman, where the theatrical barely makes any sense and has a bunch of dumb stuff in it, because all the, like, exposition scenes, Jesus, I'm turning to Joe Biden, are cut out. But then you have, like, a director's cut that has all the good stuff in it, and things start to fall into place.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Didn't Snyder have like a 2.5 hour long cut of this?
He wanted this to be 3 hours. He wanted it to be 3 hours, and Warner Brothers said, no, you got to cut it down to 2 hours exactly. And he started cutting it down, but the lowest he could get it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So
Yeah,
they were kind of upset at him for that.
I don't see how he could have gotten it much lower without turning it into what we got in the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't see how you could turn this into 2 hours and 20 minutes. I don't.
I would personally. There is stuff in here I think that could definitely be cut. I think I would probably cut this down to maybe 3 hours, 3 hours 15.
I would. I mean, I'm biased in this, but I don't think I could cut much out of it other than maybe trimming a couple scenes here and there. Like maybe I could cut like 15 minutes out of it, but other than that,
I would.
I don't know if I could.
I would cut
I
the whole nightmare sequence. To be honest,
That all feels. It's so weird that he put it in there when like
it felt a bit tacked on to me. Because
Well,
it all just being lumped at the
it
end.
was
made
tacked on.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing.
I just think
I
get rid of that. Just there's a few minor things I'd cut out throughout. Just make it a bit shorter. That's all. I think we should still be on positives. So
yeah, I'd straight up go 3 hours though.
Mm.
I'm just gonna go down.
And I guess we've just abandoned the no spoilers thing. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't even. Oh,
Everyone's seen this.
the nightmare stuff's in the trailers though.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
in the
good point.
trailer.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the Joker. Oh yeah, that's the biggest complaint that I have, which I need to bring up
Oh,
now.
boy.
Joker does not say we live in a society.
Well, he was never supposed. I was reading that was Jared Leto's idea. He wanted to put it in the trailer because he knew everyone thought it was like a big meme.
I
And
can't believe
Snyder was okay with it.
They absolutely should have put that in the movie. It would have been beautiful.
There's a rumor that it might be an actual scene and it might be in the black and white version. So we might get the Snyder cut of the Snyder cut.
When does the black and white version come out? Because I couldn't find it on HBO.
Next month. Comes out next month, I'm pretty sure.
Is that the same? Because I couldn't find. I was looking for the new version of the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman, and I could not find that. But I thought that was supposed to come out yesterday.
It did. It was on iTunes.
I can't find it on HBO Max. That's the weird thing. Is it not coming to HBO Max?
No, I don't think. Or they might have actually. I don't know for sure, but they might have replaced the Ultimate Edition that's currently on HBO Max with the new remastered version. With
that's what
the
I thought
updated
they
colors
did.
and stuff.
But I couldn't when I skimmed through it, there wasn't any change in the aspect ratio.
Oh, and I don't know, but I know it's like you can buy it on the iTunes store.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Blu-ray coming or the 4K coming in a few days.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see then. Like that'll be easier to compare. And I think I have the Ultimate Edition on iTunes already. So I'll have to check.
Yeah, there's not going to be any added scenes or anything. I think they just changed up the color palette a little bit and changed the aspect ratio.
Which I'm interested to see how that looks for something that.
Did they make
I guess
it
it's just the IMAX stuff though, right? I think.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see them changing the whole movie into that because it wasn't filmed for that. That would just look weird. But who knows?
I don't know. I didn't. I thought I was going to hate the 4:3 aspect ratio in this, but I didn't. I actually kind of liked it.
See, I liked it because I noticed right away as soon as the movie started there was a weird smudge on the corner of my TV, and the picture never went into that smudge because it was in 4:3. And then this morning when I was watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, all I could focus on was the smudge because it was on the TV.
I still would have preferred it in like full screen, but I did get used to the 4:3.
Like a full.
Yeah, I think that the 4 hours does help with the 4:3 because you spend so much time in it, you do get used to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It didn't feel as compressed as I was thinking it would. Because like when I think of 4:3 movies, I think of like The Lighthouse, or that feels more compressed.
Yeah.
Or if like that's its intention. When I think of recent ones, at least, I think of The Lighthouse.
I don't think this would look good at all in black and white, though.
I don't think so either.
I don't know.
I think anything that's CG heavy would look weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even Logan has some, even though that is very minor CG, and it stands out like a sore thumb in the black and white version of Logan. So, and this film already has some questionable CG, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the
cyborg.
I can excuse that CG though because they had such a limited amount of time and a limited budget, and they had more shots than like Endgame did.
Some of it,
like 2000.
Oh, sorry. Some of it looks good. Like Steppenwolf looks good. But like
Darkseid looks great.
Martian Manhunter didn't look good.
What are you saying?
The Martian Manhunter didn't look good, I don't think.
I chalk that up more so to the design than the actual effects, though. I'll be honest.
Maybe
I like the design better than the CW version, at least.
that. Yeah, I agree. I don't
work-
think I think Cyborg looked fine throughout, except in the nightmare scene.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, the
That
Nightmare
was-
Cyborg looked so
yeah.
fucking bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, in the-
well, once again, I
film, he
think that
looked
comes down to
decent.
money and time.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
You gotta pick your battles when you only have so much time, and like
Yeah, and
yeah.
and Snyder shooting the nightmare scene with Dream Lens did not help the chroma keying and the CG in that scene at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cool scene, but it just didn't look right.
Yeah.
I'd be curious if they were to do a Justice League 2 and 3, if they would like remake that scene, or if they would just straight up put that scene in the movie.
I don't know. Well, I feel because Nightmare isn't going to be in Justice League 2.
would
Justice
be in
League 2
3,
is showing. Yeah, if so, maybe in 3, like, and a thought I had after last night was that maybe in 3 we'll start off 3 like right after this scene ends, like
Maybe.
still on the same bridge when Superman lands, and you can see like I don't know Mira die or whoever else is going to die in that scene because Snyder said some of those people there
I don't know if this
die
has been like
when Superman fights him.
confirmed by Snyder, but my take on the nightmare stuff is like, you know how in BVS, Bruce gets he sees Flash say Lois is the key.
Yeah, yeah.
My take is like this: the nightmare is what happens if Lois isn't there when Clark wakes up. Like,
No, that means because the whole plan is that actually in Justice League 2, Darkseid comes to Earth, but his army loses, and then the Justice League meet up with the Green Lantern Corps and those weird bird people. What are they called in the DC lore? I don't remember what they're called.
Hella Demons?
They're like Hawkman or something.
Yeah, like Hawkman speak.
Okay.
Yeah. And they all join up and they invade Apocalypse, actually.
Okay.
And they take over the planet, but Darkseid escapes and goes to Earth and kills Lois. And then Superman succumbs to the anti-life equation. So what he
Okay.
meant by Lois is the key is like, don't leave her alone. Don't let Darkseid get to her.
Okay. I think my interpretation, if we don't get like a Justice League 2 and 3, my interpretation would also, I don't know if it's mine, other people have probably thought it, but that would also work, I guess, because like Lois is the one who calms Clark down in that scene.
I guess,
So
yeah.
like you could
I
interpret that if she wasn't there, he would have gone evil. I don't know. That's just a thought.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I think that plays into it for sure. Like her
Yeah,
being the key,
Mhm.
like she's the key for Clark.
Yeah.
That's just a thought I had for watching.
Trying to think of more positives. I liked Steppenwolf more on this one. I
He
think
had
was
some
a lot
Steppenwolf
character
better.
in
was
this,
great.
which is
Yeah,
always nice.
he has a motivation.
I liked him a lot. Yeah, I thought he was a great villain in this.
Yeah. Also, the design looked really cool with all the spikes.
Oh my god, I loved the armor, how it like shifted and moved.
Yeah.
It was like really alien and
He looks a lot better than the original version.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's not hard, but yeah.
yeah, that's well. I mean, this is technically the original version, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just calling the 2017 one the original one just for simplicity's sake at this point.
Yeah.
I
I
think
also thought the humor was a lot better. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god, the humor in this was actually funny. Like there were really good jokes in this.
yeah.
The one that got me was when towards the beginning when they're in the plane, Bruce and Alfred. When Bruce says, "If I had $1 for every time you said that," and then Alfred says, "Even more insufferable." I thought that was pretty funny.
I really liked the scene between Wonder Woman and Alfred. That was a great scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Do you mean the
Wonder
tea
Woman has
scene?
the joke of the tea scene, yeah, and then Alfred's designing Batman's gauntlets that like absorb energy and shoot it back like Wonder Woman's gauntlets, and she says, "Oh, maybe you should design him a lasso, but make sure it's black." That was pretty funny.
I thought Alfred was better in this than he was in BVS, to be honest.
Oh no, I loved him in BVS, and he was good in this too.
See,
yeah,
my thing with
I
him,
like Alfred.
I know what they're going for, but like, I know, like he's supposed to be. He's a bit obviously ruder in these.
Yeah.
Than the Michael Caine Alfred. But
Well,
like,
this reminded me more of the Alfred from Batman the Animated Series, who was a lot more sarcastic and witty.
which I think it works better here for me than it did in BVS.
Mm.
Or in BVS, half the time I was just like, "You're a fucking dick, dude." But in this, I do actually like him.
maybe I just have a thing for Jeremy Irons, but even when I first saw him in 2016 as Alfred, I always liked him in that role.
I do think he's a good pick for Alfred, and I do like Jeremy Irons a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he never, I don't know if it's just me, but he never seems that much older than Bruce.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
that's because they made this Batman pretty old.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
older, I think a couple years too old, you know?
Like, I
I
think
think it would have.
if it's an older Batman like this, I think it would almost work if you like. I think it may almost work better if you like switched the ages between Michael Caine Alfred for Christian Bale and
I was gonna say, yeah.
Jeremy Irons for
Yeah.
You need
and
Michael Caine in this.
yeah, because he's like significantly older, so that would just work
Yeah,
better for me. I
yeah.
don't know.
They should have just straight up brought Michael Caine back.
I'd be fine with
You
that.
can't get better than Michael Caine.
I thought he was good as Alfred, but like I said, I always really liked the sarcastic, witty Alfred from Batman the Animated Series, and Michael Caine's Alfred always kind of felt like a grandfather. Like he's just a nice
Yeah.
old guy.
That works
And-
better for Bruce Wayne in the Dark Knight trilogy, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Because these
Um,
are two very different interpretations of Batman, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so Jeremy Irons is 24 years older than Ben Affleck. So that would
He
mean
doesn't look that much older,
yeah,
to be honest.
although that means that he was like a butler when he was 24, like if he was there when Batman was younger, so I don't know. I'd like a
Ah.
bit more of an age gap between them.
I mean, I guess there are young butlers.
yeah, I mean, well, yeah, maybe he started out like the year before, or maybe he was brought on when Martha got pregnant or something. You know?
I don't know, maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Trying to think of other stuff.
I have more positives if you want me to go.
There's just
I
so
have-
much to think about.
The entire movie, I could pretty much say positives about.
all the Flash scenes I really liked, all the running scenes.
Oh God, Flash was. I really liked Flash in this.
Like, he was-
I said last week
Yeah.
how annoying and how much I hated him in Justice League 2017, where he had all those dumb jokes. Oh, should we show him our bellies and stupid crap like that, and the brunch joke. But
Yeah.
in this, he was actually pretty good.
See, this is where I'm going to start disagreeing because I did not care for Flash in this at all.
Even
Really?
He was.
even the scenes, like the running scenes.
I did. They just didn't work for me because I didn't like the character that much.
Mm.
Like I won't spoil it obviously, but the one towards the end I thought was decent.
Mm.
Oh,
Um,
the one in the
the one,
with the Speed
yeah, in the
Force.
third act. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the third
Ah.
act.
The
I thought that was decent, but like,
I really
other than
liked
that,
the scene where it's not really a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but when he saves Iris,
yeah, that was
that was a
decent.
good scene.
because
The only
Um,
thing that bugged me about that scene is just how she kind of disappears after that. But I guess it
Yeah.
makes sense
Yeah.
since that scene was just supposed to set up the Flash movie, which
the thing that
has
bugged me
changed a
about
lot
the scene
since
is
2016.
the song. I didn't really. That felt weirdly out of place to me. The song in that scene.
See,
Oh, I like that song.
I thought it was a decent scene, but I didn't think it needed to be in the movie, which is my biggest thing with it. 'Cause it doesn't-
Maybe.
I don't know. It sets up his powers, but I think if Iris was in it a bit more, then I would have liked it more.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because that scene was pretty much just sort of teasing the Flash movie that was supposed to be directed by Rick Famuyiwa at that point.
God, that would have been
And
so
granted, oh my God, that is DC's biggest blunder. They let him go. I
No,
don't know why.
I
Now we've got
think
the
the-
guy who made the It movies, and
good. I think
Didn't
their
he
biggest
do-
blunder was
Didn't he do some episodes of The Mandalorian?
Rick Famuyiwa.
3 of them.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
He
I
did-
think their biggest blunder was. Oh, sorry.
What'd
I think their
you say?
biggest blunder. I was gonna say I think their biggest blunder was not doing the Ben Affleck Batman movie.
I agree.
Oh my God, that too.
That would've
I
been-
still am gonna hold out hope that that's gonna happen either as a movie or an HBO Max miniseries.
I'd love
I
a
need that
series
so
of him.
badly.
I mean,
Again,
I'm glad
not
he's
spoiling.
Him and Deathstroke.
I'm glad he's appearing
yeah.
in the Flash movie, but I want just a solo Batman film with him. Like, I'm obviously
Mhm.
really hyped for the Batman with Robert Pattinson, but
Yeah, I am
I-
too. But Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman, if I'm gonna be honest.
I would agree with you on
I think
that.
he's a really good pick. I don't know who my favorite is, but I'd say he's up there for sure.
I like
Yeah.
Christian Bale, but I never really. I mean, obviously, it's like those movies. He's not supposed to be like a really powerful Batman, but like
Yeah, yeah.
he just I don't know. It just well, I just never really buy him when he's in the suit. He's a great Bruce Wayne, Bale, but I just don't never buy him as Batman.
I hate his Batman voice so much.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Also, I never
he
really,
seems a little too thin.
I don't
to
really
be
like
Batman,
the costume
but-
either, to be honest.
Yeah, the costume it looks like military gear, which I guess is the point. But
Because
I don't know. I feel they went too much in the realistic aspect of it.
I like the Batman Begins suit, but I don't like the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises suits because you can't see this. You can barely see the symbol on it. It's just like body armor.
Yeah,
The bat symbol is tiny, but you can at least see it on the Batman Begins suit. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the BVS suit is by far my favorite live action bat suit.
Well, I liked because they slightly updated the BVS suit for this movie before he gets the armored version. I think that might be my favorite in Justice League.
I'd have to watch it. I'd have to look at it closer because I didn't really notice much of a difference, but I don't know.
There's some slight differences, especially with the ears. The ears are a bit more pointed and towards the back of his head. But no, I think it's made to look a little bit better in the light because he's in more bright scenes in this than he was in Batman v Superman. And the one in Batman v Superman was designed just to look good in the dark. So they had to update it a bit so it could be seen in brighter atmospheres without looking really dumb.
Yeah, the Flash's suit looked really good in this, I thought, too.
Oh, yeah. I always liked that design. Yeah.
I never really... I don't know if it was just the way it was shot in this, but it looked a lot better in this than it did in Justice League 17.
It's definitely the way it was shot. I think that's the thing with all of
and
the
color grading.
Yeah, the color grading and all that just looks a lot better because these suits were designed to be in the darker lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were designed because it was a Zack Snyder movie. They were designed to be in a Zack Snyder movie, not some artificially saturated crap that was Justice League.
And then
like in 2017, Batman just looks like he's wearing a rubber suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, it looks so obvious.
Although, I think my favorite Flash suit is still the season 6 one from the show. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I have. I've seen clips of it, but not the whole thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up on the Flash still. I don't know if we're still on the Flash.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to bring up that I'm very glad that they didn't continue the thing that the first one set up, where it was kind of setting up Batman and the Flash to have a relationship like Tony Stark and Peter Parker. In the MCU.
Yeah.
Oh god,
that's gone. I'm really glad that's gone because that was awful.
That was Joss Whedon crap. Like that was so obvious.
That fucking sucked. So I'm really glad that that's out of there.
I don't usually do battle. I just push people over and run away, save one person. It just was.
I put the suit I was talking about in the chat, by the way, just a comparison of the two.
Let's see. Oh yeah,
it's okay. It's okay. The CW one's okay, but I always loved the Ezra Miller Flash suit, and I love how it has all like the scuff marks on it from him running real fast.
That does look cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like Darkseid a lot.
Oh yeah, Darkseid's great in this.
Darkseid, yeah.
I thought. I mean, I don't think they did a lot with him, obviously, because he's not the main villain of this.
Yeah, he was being cut up for
sequel. Yeah, but I mean, every time he showed up, I was like, oh, okay, he's cool. It definitely felt like they were doing a good job of building him up to be a big villain.
Yeah, like he felt threatening whenever he was on screen.
Yeah, they did what they did with Thanos, or they were doing that with this, which I think is good, where you just don't have him, you don't show him too much.
Like Palpatine in Empire Strikes Back, or like you said, Thanos in the Avengers or in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's only in it for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Thanos in Guardians is a good comparison for the amount of time he's in this. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though, I mean, he is
the sad reminds me a lot of the other.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job, I think. My fear was that he was just gonna, like, if they were in the, I guess in the plan that they were going to follow with 2017, if that got sequels, they were just gonna have him show up. Here he is. He was related to the other movie. He's here now.
Well, the best thing about Justice League 2017 is how they literally take out all of the lore about Apocalypse and about about like Steppenwolf, but they leave in one line of him saying for Darkseid, and that's it. And there's your tease and setup for the next movie.
I mean, it's something, I guess.
I mean, I guess, but it makes no sense because we've like the only mention of Darkseid before that was the big Omega symbol and the nightmare scene from BVS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! I hate how, you know how he puts the mother boxes in that weird tablet and then he calls up Desaad and that weird hologram thing.
Yeah.
Why did they change that to him just putting some boxes into a black slab and talking to the boxes in 2017?
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, that was, and he called them all mother. Like, I don't get the change.
I was so confused in the 2017 one when I was watching it. I was like, what is this slab for? What's the point of this?
Yeah, like in this, and this is another thing I'll mention. They explained everything. Like everything makes sense. In the 2017 version, he just goes to that random Russian city for no reason. But in this, he gives a reason.
With this, I mean, that's not necessarily my problem, but I think just in general, I think there were some points in this where it felt like it was a bit too much of an exposition dump.
Maybe,
for me.
yeah, maybe.
Like,
I kinda
especially
agree.
when they're doing the flashback to the big war with Darkseid.
Oh no,
Darkseid.
that was a lot of exposition, but I felt it was handled well because the flashback was just so, you know.
It was a cool battle, but it felt like
Yeah.
if they had focused less on the exposition of it and more on the actual battle, it would have worked better. Like I was thinking about the opening battle in Fellowship of the Ring.
That's what I was just about to say. It reminds me a lot of that battle. Yeah.
It doesn't that doesn't have too much exposition, but it like.
Well, I mean that does have quite a bit of exposition.
I mean I mean the specific battle itself. It kind of lets you like accept the battle and like watch it a bit.
I have more.
But then again,
I have more to say about that battle, but that's in spoilers. So
yeah. Should we?
One thing about that battle that I don't like is how they try to weave it in with a conversation. Like they showed part of it and then cut to Batfleck being like mother boxes, and then she cut back to the battle, and I don't know. Like if they had it as one long shot, I think it would have worked a little better.
I almost was thinking, I don't know what they could have done for that battle. Like, I mean, I feel like most of the dialogue it kind of needed, but it is still just for me a bit much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't hate it, and I do love that battle, and I think it works fine as is, but it could have been improved upon slightly if they didn't try to like weave a conversation into there. But maybe it was designed that way.
I'm trying to think. I liked how Aquaman was still just basically useless. They kept that from the 2017 one.
There's not much you could do with Aquaman, like really. That's why he's always been considered the more useless member of the Justice League, because despite, like, in this movie and in Aquaman, they do show that he's more than just a guy who can talk to fish. Like, he's strong and he's invulnerable like Superman, but he doesn't have a unique power, per se, other than talking to fish. So he's virtually, like, a grunt member of the Justice League who just goes in and beats people up.
He had a bit more character in this. Quite a bit more character than he did in the 2017 one.
Yeah. In that conversation with Willem Dafoe.
Oh, I was very happy Willem Dafoe showed up.
Yeah, that made me happy.
Yeah.
That made my day. Should we get on to negatives?
Sure. I thought there was just too much slow-mo throughout.
Yes. Especially early on.
Yeah.
I like the slow-mo, to be honest.
It was fine, but I would have preferred it in moderation. Like, it was just...
It reminded me a bit of 300, which is another Snyder movie that I really like, but
it was definitely like
being a little too much for certain people. Yeah.
It just felt like it was arbitrarily slowing it down.
One of my things is maybe this is just me not enjoying adult Kino, but I thought the movie was a bit too bloody at points.
I like that.
But like seeing Wonder Woman throw people against walls and then their skulls just splatter with blood, that was a bit much for me.
Well, I mean, that was realistic.
It's realistic, but it's a little much for Wonder Woman.
The thing, Wonder Woman doesn't have a no-kill rule like Batman or Superman do, so really she can do whatever she wants.
No, I know
they were terrorists trying to kill kids, so I know
she has a no-kill rule, but like I would have just
she doesn't have a no-kill rule.
Or yeah, she doesn't. Sorry. But I would have preferred if it just was toned down a bit. At some
Maybe.
points,
Well, a
like
lot of that blood was digital because this was shot as PG-13, and then when R Snyder went back and digitally added a lot of blood in it because he could. So
I don't know. Some of it just felt like it was going a bit far, especially when after that whole sequence, she's like talking to those kids. It's like those kids just saw you crush people's skulls.
You could I be like you? She says after she
I was
just
gonna say, you want to be a fucking murderer?
like Chuck Snyder will breaking his neck.
The dude's blood is just all over the fucking wall.
That
I don't know,
scene was really cool, though. I thought the action
Yeah.
that was
yeah,
really well
I
done.
love that scene. And
It was
I'll be honest, I like the ancient the ancient Amazonian screaming that played every time she took a breath or
I
sneezed.
was gonna bring that up. That really annoyed me. I don't know.
She does
Like-
anything, then that starts.
After
And in
4
the
hours, it
subtitles
kind of
for HBO Max, it was what was it? Ancient Lamentation playing, or it said it every time it happened, and it was like 40 times throughout the movie. There was just that same subtitle.
see. For a 4-hour-long movie, it kind of got on my nerves after a bit.
I'm glad
I was
they
just kinda
used the Wonder Woman theme from BVS though. The
Oh, Is She With You? Yeah, Is She With You was great. I love that theme, and I'm glad they brought it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good theme.
That was the only theme Danny Elfman brought back from BVS. So
Yeah.
Only brought back.
It feels weird for Wonder Woman, but I like it.
Yeah.
I think
mean-
it works for this Wonder Woman.
I think it does.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say.
it's before watching BVS, I wouldn't hear that music and think Wonder Woman.
Well,
Yeah.
to be honest, Wonder Woman was never the most popular character. Like I wouldn't think of any music
I guess.
when I'm thinking of Wonder Woman before BVS.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
again, Flash was one of my negatives, but I know that's something you guys actually liked. And then I think
So
the
do
first
you mean
half of the movie,
like just Flash as a character in general, or the scenes he was in?
yeah,
or what?
I just found him annoying.
Hmm.
That was the only. I brought this up to JJ, but I watched this movie with my dad, who did not like Man of Steel or Batman v Superman at all.
Did you watch this in one
True
sitting with
Tino
him?
fan.
What'd you say?
Did you watch this in one sitting with him?
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Jesus.
he called Man of Steel painful to get through.
Oh wow,
I think you've
he-
used
he's
those
not a
he
true
words.
hates-
Tino fan.
He hates Man of Steel. But he actually liked this.
Oh, that's good.
And he said he didn't like that it was 4 hours long, but he liked it. He kind of liked it because he could fall asleep and wake back up and he wouldn't miss anything. At least to
He's
him.
been activated by Zaddy.
Yeah, I'm surprised he liked it, but the Flash was his biggest complaint. That was the one thing he genuinely disliked. And I have to agree with him. I don't know. I just think Ezra Miller, I don't know, he's a bit too hyper in the role.
Well, that was the
he's
whole thing. Snyder wanted him to be a little hyper and seem even that he might be on the spectrum even.
Yeah.
But that might change when they do the new Flash movie they're making. But
it's just weird seeing all these other heroes. You know, you got fucking black suit Superman, you got Batman, you got Wonder Woman crushing people's skulls, and then you got fucking Flash talking about how he's a snack hole.
Something that it's a weird thing to pick up on that annoyed me, but you know when this scene's it's altered, but this scene's in the theatrical cut. It's when Batman first meets Flash, so when he chucks the batarang at him.
Yeah.
Afterwards, when they get in the car, it's shot like a car commercial. I don't know if you guys.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. It looks like it's just a Mercedes commercial.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It is. It's
Yeah.
very blatant product placement.
It's like you see, like
There's a lot of,
And I love
music,
Snyder,
like,
but that was kind of very obvious.
you see like a close up of like the steering wheel turn on, and you see very clearly Mercedes.
with a lot of Snyder's movies, it feels like there is a lot of product placement. Like
Well, normally for me at least, I don't mind it. Like a lot of in Man of Steel, there's a lot of product placement, but it feels very natural. Like it's like when
Except the IHOP.
No, I like the IHOP part,
weird.
but I don't know. The Mercedes part felt a bit forced. Like you said, it felt like it was shot like a commercial. So that was, I guess, that is one of my 2 criticisms of this movie.
Hmm.
One of the things that I wanted to bring up is I felt like a lot of the like Lois and Martha Kent stuff kind of it felt like it was happening like it happened early on in the movie and then like nothing happened with it for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know, it felt really disjointed from the rest of the movie.
I think the
Well,
reunion between the two worked a lot better. Between Superman and Lois worked a lot better for me in this than it did in 2017 version.
Yeah.
Because like
I got a couple comments about that.
you mean that he took
yeah.
up the "you smell good" line?
Oh my god. Well, let me explain that. So, obviously, in this, when Superman wakes up, he does not speak a single word. So when they get back, when he takes Lois back to Smallville and they see the farm, I forget what he says, but then she says, "You spoke," and then he says, "Did I not before?" Because he's slowly coming out of his kill rage.
Hmm.
But in 2017, he says, "Do you bleed to Batman?" Which makes literally no
I was gonna
sense at
say,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
why
he
they changed it.
speaks. So leaving that in wouldn't make sense. But the geniuses at Warner Brothers thought that "You Smell Good" was a good replacement. I don't. Why? Why? Just why?
That's Lois's first note. Maybe he smelled really fucking bad before. Like, just horrible.
Well, before when
I
he
can
was
just
dead.
imagine Amy Adams, who's literally won Oscars, going into the Warner Brothers recording booth and being told to read off the line "You smell good."
I mean, before Superman
And
died, you just had
standing opposite
a horrible order.
standing opposite Henry Cavill with a massive mustache.
Oh god. Yeah, there's no mustache in this one, or no lip, which is nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was so nice seeing Superman without his face looking incredibly creepy.
Without looking like those dumb videos that people have been making, yeah.
Oh, I think I showed you guys the one I made of Justice League Superman. I think it looks better than the
Yeah,
one it does in the movie.
It does. It
They should have
does.
just used that tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, hire me, WB. For that much.
Hire you to run it through an app, a free app.
You
know what?
Yeah.
They would actually do that.
They probably would.
You just cut out the logo at the bottom, or keep the logo in, just in the final film.
Just,
Yeah,
just poorly rotoscope it.
I posted it again. I think it does look more expressive.
It looks about the same quality. Like it really does.
I took a screenshot from the. I think that's from the opening scene of Justice League 17. Yeah,
It is. Sadly, I don't know why I know this.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that phone scene wasn't in this.
Imagine if the phone scene was a Zack Snyder thing.
Oh my god, I would have been real worried then.
Imagine if Brunch was a Zack Snyder scene.
It's weird to me how many scenes. It's weird to me how many scenes that I didn't like in the first one were scenes that were in this, but like how they weren't as big of a deal for me in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kal-El No is a Snyder scene, but it was dubbed differently, so it sounds way more natural.
I still
don't think redubbed.
I still don't think it makes sense really for Wonder Woman to be calling him Kal-El, but because
well, I mean, why would she call him Clark?
I mean,
well,
would she
know
know
him
Clark? Yeah, I don't think she'd know him by Kal-El.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think, yeah, on that laptop that she stole from Batman in a BVS, wasn't Lex's laptop file thing that had all the metahumans? Didn't that have a file on Superman?
Not sure.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I watched the movie like 2 weeks ago. I've seen it 15 times. I should remember, but I'm pretty sure it had a file on Superman. So that might be how she knows. But either way, it still sounds way more natural in this version than it did in Justice League, because it was dubbed differently.
It sounds natural, but I still don't really like the line just in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't bug me too much because, I mean, what else would she call him? Like, she wouldn't call him Clark. And I don't know, there's something about them calling him Superman that
I don't know, maybe even just Cal. It just feels weird to be using his full name.
I don't know. It didn't. I was just happy it wasn't the same, like, performance. Like, it wasn't the same dumb audio from that was in like a whispery voice almost in Justice League 2017.
I would also like to bring up something that I think is going to be very controversial
What?
for me to dislike here.
Oh no.
This is bordering on spoilers, but it's in the trailer.
Okay.
I hated Jared Leto Joker in this.
Oh,
Oh,
same,
no.
same.
I
Oh,
hated
I'm
him.
outnumbered on this one then.
I could not stop laughing when
Same.
he showed up.
I like the movie obviously, but that God, he's bad as Joker. Just
He
I'm
sounded like
gonna
a
have a
whiny asshole.
confession here. I'm gonna make a confession.
Oh God.
Suicide Squad is a guilty pleasure movie of mine, and I like Jared Leto Joker. I will be honest. He was not that good in the
Shit.
Suicide Squad, but there were things about him that I liked, and I did really like his performance in this. To be perfectly honest,
he was just annoying to me. I think
He's
this was my note I made while watching. I want to punch Leto in his dumb fucking face with this annoying fucking laugh.
he's
I like
better
that
in
laugh.
this. I'll give him that. He's better in this than he was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt
But,
he's
like-
better because all that was like shot in 2 weeks, and he
Yeah.
was forced to do it. But
But my God.
I thought that scene was really good. Like I don't know, I just really liked it.
I think it
Also,
was
I don't know.
fine, but I could have really done without the nightmare stuff. It just felt unnecessary to me.
I
will-
did find. Oh,
It felt tacked on to me, but I think that was the point because
it's like
Snyder,
a teaser.
Snyder feels like he's sort of strong arming Warner Brothers or HBO Max into letting him make sequels because he was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put this in here, quote unquote, just so we can get an interaction between this Batman and this Joker because that's never gonna happen again, right, guys? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like it feels like that type of thing.
I really hope we get after watching this. I really hope we get.
Yeah, I would.
Even if
I would
they
like
don't
to
do a
see more
third,
stuff.
just a Justice League 2 with these characters.
Well, I feel they'd have to do a third if they wanted to continue the story, unless they wanted to make a sequel to Justice League 2017, which I don't think they would.
I just think
If they made 2, they'd have to make 3.
Yeah, because there's no way you could cram the story of 2 and 3 together into one movie.
maybe, but
I guess unless you did a 7-hour movie.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past Snyder.
Yeah, I
24-hour long Justice League film. I also have to bring up. I don't know why, but I found it really funny when Batman said "fuck."
I thought it worked well.
I like
I
the
mean,
line.
granted,
No, it worked well, but I just found it really funny seeing Batman just in his big rubber suit go, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." I don't know why.
I wasn't expecting the other F-bomb that was in this, which I don't know if it counts
Which
as...
one? Who said
Cyborg?
that again? Was that a
Cyborg.
spoiler? Oh yeah.
Yeah, which I wasn't
Well,
expecting
I mean,
that.
I wasn't either. Well, then there was also like an extra in the beginning, one of the terrorists when they take over the museum and the meeting with the kids that Wonder Woman cracks their skull open. One of them says "fuck." I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's just like "stay the fuck down" or something. So there are 3 F-bombs in this.
Do
It's the true adult Kino.
you want to move on to spoilers? I mean, we've kind of been doing that already, but do you want
Yeah,
to move on to
yeah.
spoilers?
Let's do some
There's a lot
spoilers.
of
Okay, so
there's a lot of
do you want
spoiler
to do
good stuff.
do you want to do ratings now then, and then go on to spoilers? So like, if someone just wants to watch this but they want to hear our ratings, so yeah, okay,
Yeah.
ratings. So, Hoop, you go.
Okay, this isn't obvious, but I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I think it was
Who could have
great. It
thought?
did have problems, but
I'm not
all the
surprised.
problems can be overlooked. It's great.
Sam, you want to go?
I'm going 5 out of 10.
Oof.
Hoop, I want to see. Have you put this on your favorite movies ranking yet?
Not yet, because I don't know if I want to replace. I don't know what movie to replace on my Letterboxd favorite, because you can only have 4. Because I still
man.
prefer BVS to this, because BVS, that's just one of my favorite movies of all time. Well, so is this, but I don't know. There's something about BVS that I really like. So I'm having a dilemma to figure out which one is better. I might have to watch them both back to back to find out.
I think Man of Steel is still my favorite of Snyder's DC films, but I think I like this more. Like, I like Justice League more than BVS, but less than Man of Steel.
This is definitely my favorite.
Understandable.
This is pretty close to a 6 for me, but I'm keeping it at a 5 for now, just because I'm completely neutral on it. I have like no strong.
5.5.
And then I gave it an 8 out of 10. And then we will put Yamcha's rating on the screen now.
His was 9 out of 10, right?
I think so, yeah. Which,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
much more than I was
That's
expecting from him.
Yeah, he said he was surprised that I was surprised. I'm like,
He
I'm
was
surprised.
activated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Okay, spoilers. Here we go.
Oh boy,
And
where
here
do we begin?
we go.
Oh boy.
Oh man,
Okay.
I loved Desad. I know he was in the trailer technically, but I thought he would just be some like little minion guy who just has a cameo. But all of his scenes with Steppenwolf made him feel like he genuinely had motivations and he hated Steppenwolf.
I liked him in this.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I mean, I thought kind of just made me feel bad for Steppenwolf having to conquer 50,000 worlds.
And he'd already conquered 100,000 already.
Yeah.
Dude. Kind of
I
sucks.
need like a new Gods movie to figure out what the hell Steppenwolf did. Like, why was he banished?
I want to find out that now, yeah.
Idea of a 150,000 world debt to Darkseid.
Yeah. And like, are these 150,000 inhabited worlds, or could he just like claim the moon as one or something?
I think they were inhabited.
Jesus.
Because he mentions fear. So yeah, that was yeah.
Sucks to be him.
This is kind of funny, and it wasn't like an intentional joke. But at the end, when Darkseid crushes Steppenwolf's skull, Desad basically says, "I told you so" to Darkseid, that like Steppenwolf would fail, and I just found that funny. Like he was virtually rooting for him to fail.
Yeah, I like that bit where he gets his skull crushed. I also like the
Yeah.
I liked him getting. I know you mentioned earlier, Sam, about the blood, but I really liked him getting decapitated.
I thought that was good. I was just talking
Yeah.
mostly about the opening scene.
Oh, okay. And like Aquaman tridenting him, I don't know, stabbing him.
Mhm.
That's tridenting.
Yeah.
That's not the word. Like
One
stabbing him
thing
and
I
Superman
love, and this was
punching him,
in
and Wonder Woman decapitating
yeah.
him. It was just a cool like teamwork moment.
I like that Zack still used the freeze breath in some form, and it
Yeah,
wasn't as
same.
stupid as it was in JL 2017.
Yeah, that was my favorite scene in the movie where Superman came back. I just
What did he say? Like, you should be embarrassed, or I'm not impressed, or something. I don't remember.
yeah, I think it was like not impressed.
Yeah. That, oh my god, that was such a great. Like, I can imagine Chris Reeves saying that.
And then like I was a bit skeptical about the black suit, but I thought it looked really good in this.
Oh,
Although
I've been a big fan of that suit.
Although
honestly.
I
Yeah.
do wish he was back. You know when he rips the shirt open, I wish he was back to the
Yeah.
blue and red suit then, maybe.
Well,
Yeah, I
the
think that
thing
would've
is,
worked
though,
better.
he does in the whole arc. He doesn't get his blue and red suit back until after Justice League 3 when he kills Darkseid.
Mm.
So that's sort of why he has the black one. Because once again, Snyder, I think he is subtly trying to strong arm them into letting him make the sequels.
I hope he gets to make one or two
I
more.
do too.
Because
I really hope he gets to finish out the trilogy.
It's a minor thing, but it is weird to just leave this version of Superman with a black suit to me. I don't know.
I'd be surprised if we get the next part.
Well,
honestly.
I mean, you go back a year ago, everyone would be surprised if you said the Snyder Cut is going to be released a year from now. So, I mean, at this point, anything can happen, and this has gotten good reviews so far.
It's got much better reviews than BBS and Man of Steel did.
Yeah,
and
especially BBS.
And better than JL 2017 too.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Although any film would have better reviews than that.
That actually got like a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it got a 71 in the fan score too somehow.
Whoever did the review that's on the back of my DVD case said it's spectacular, so I don't know what they're on about.
They must have really liked it.
Yeah. Maybe they like the Wonder Woman ass shot in it that Joss Whedon put in.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Thank God that wasn't. I was so worried that was going to be in here, but thank God it wasn't.
The revealing Themyscira costumes were still in it though, which I wasn't that big a fan of.
There was one ass shot, right?
There was?
Yeah, when Flash and Batman are getting off the plane, there's like an ass shot
Of who?
of Wonder Woman.
No, because they removed that. That was in JL 2017
Hang
when
on.
they're lowering the ramp and the car comes off. Is that what you're talking about?
Wait, what
Yeah,
scene?
there is
What
an
scene are
ass
you
shot.
talking about?
The scene, I think, when right before they go to meet Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
That there
Um,
was
Hang
an ash. That was the ash shot I was talking about. That was in Justice League 2017, but it wasn't in this. It's just a close up on
Is it not?
Batman's face. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. I thought it was in here for some reason.
wait,
I think I saw it on Twitter.
so it's not in this then?
I don't think
It's
yeah,
not
I
in
don't-
this, no.
Okay. I'm just pulling up a
Yeah,
copy of the
I
movie
looked up
to
Wonder
check.
Woman ass shot on Twitter and no results. Hang on, I'm actually. Well, now I'm gonna have to take another half star off.
Oh, something I was happy was in this version. My man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish
I
he,
was happy the "I'm rich" joke was in this because I like that.
Oh, same.
When
Yeah,
they
that-
ask what power Batman has, "I'm rich." I like that line.
I do wish that. Oh, sorry.
He was a bit useless, but I liked Aquaman in this, just in general.
He's completely
Yeah.
useless, but yeah, he's better in this because he does actually have like an actual character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, there's not much you can do with Aquaman unless Darkseid's gonna go fight the sea creatures or something. You know.
Darkseid fights a shark. He fights
I can
Topo
see
the
that.
octopus.
The octopus is beating on the drums in Aquaman. He fights him.
Yeah. Well, something that I didn't really like, which is kind of spoilery, in the nightmare sequence. I don't know if it was Mira's accent was awful. It's like I don't know if you've.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was she trying to do a
Amber
British
Heard's
accent? Yeah.
Well, she did it in the old footage too. That was something that they were going to do in Aquaman too, but the director was like, "This is bad. You're not good at this," so they decided not to do it.
Well done, James Wan.
And plus, most
Yeah.
of her scenes had been cut out except for like one, so it wasn't too noticeable in the one that was left in the theatrical cut. But it's more noticeable here because she has more scenes.
I didn't notice
Unfortunately.
it anywhere else. It was just in the nightmare sequence, and it really stood out to me.
It was
Maybe
in
she-
the I noticed it before that. I know.
Yeah, it was in the other scenes too, but it might have been a different accent because the scenes were filmed like 5 years apart.
Yeah, it just
Mhm.
one of the worst accents I've seen in film, frankly.
I'm sure that really offended you.
Yeah, it's a British person. Yeah.
See, I don't really care because I find it funny, but I'm sure that really
Yeah.
annoyed Bullet.
it was funny.
Is it worse than Carrie Fisher's British accent in A New Hope that she goes
Ooh.
in and out of doing?
I'd say it's better than that because at least in A New Hope, yeah, it's just constantly back and forth. At least there was consistency in the awfulness in this one.
What else do we got? I mean, we're still on positives, correct?
Oh yeah.
Well, there's so much to talk about. Like I still haven't fully processed this movie.
That's
So-
the thing. This movie's so difficult to process because there's so much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something-
it's hard. It's hard to remember everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's just
Yeah.
I've got a copy of the film just playing in front of me. I'm just skipping back and forth to different scenes to remind myself.
I don't think I'm gonna have like a fully like realized opinion of this for a while, just because it's gonna take a while for me to fully just process what I saw.
I think I would
the
have
thing is,
not
like I'm
right away, but I want to rewatch it at some point, maybe in a month or so.
I don't-
gonna rewatch it maybe tomorrow even.
I want to
So-
rewatch it, but it's just so long that I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
Like I'd
Yeah,
have to do it in like.
It's hard to find the
six.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
that's why there's parts in it. Like there's
Mm.
6 chapters. Well, 8
I guess,
technically if
but-
you include the.
I did
epilogue
find it
and the-
weird that chapter
prologue.
6 started with like an hour left.
Well, that was because chapter 6 was what I think like 3 minutes, and then
Yeah.
or no, it was 41 minutes I think. Then the epilogue was like 19 minutes,
Mm.
Mhm.
and then the credits were 9 minutes. So
see, I don't know. I don't like just pausing and unpausing movies. I like watching them in one sitting.
yeah, so do I.
Like when I watched
The chapters
like, a
do
re-
help. Like
I guess, but I still don't like doing that. Like when I went through the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit like extended versions. and I watched them all in like 40-minute sittings. And by the end of each
God.
movie, I just forgot completely what happened in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like
If I
every day,
start
I
a
do
movie,
like
I'm gonna
40-minute
finish it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh,
Or worst comes to worst, I'll pause it and finish it that night. Like if I have something
Yeah.
that I need to do.
I'm different. I will watch a movie in like chunks throughout the day, easily.
See, at that point, I don't feel like I'm watching the movie at that point. I feel like I'm
Yeah,
just
neither
watching
do
the
I,
cartoon.
because I can't get. There's like a groove you gotta get into when you're watching
Yeah.
a movie,
I
and
guess, but
when you're like watching it in 40-minute chunks, you can't really get into it.
it's made.
It
It's
just ruins
usually
the pacing.
It's usually because I watch a lot of films at school in like my free period, so I have to just
Mm-hmm.
do it between my lessons. Like I watch. That's why I watched Sound of Metal this week. Yeah, I was just watching that in between lessons. So I watch it in a few 40-minute chunks.
See, I don't like doing that. It just feels like I'm not
Yeah.
watching the movie as it's intended.
Yeah, it feels like when you read a book and you like put it down and you pick it up a day later and read like 20 more pages. Like you can't get into it.
Mhm. That's why I never read anything. Not articles, not books, not subtitles, nothing.
Over quarantine last year, I read Dune. But yeah, Dune was. I read that in like 2 days because obviously I had nothing to do.
I did like. I'm sure we brought this up a bit in non-spoilers, but I liked Superman's flight scene in this a lot.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that was such a great scene. Like having seen Man of Steel so many times over the years, it was just so gratifying to see a payoff to that.
And of course, sorry.
I just love the reuse of the Man of Steel music.
I know. Yeah, the flight theme.
Yeah, I'm just on the movie playing in front of me. I've just got I'm at the Superman return scene. I love that shot of just Superman just flying at the camera. So good.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And I know it's another Jesus metaphor, but I like when he's floating above the earth and soaking up the sun.
I did like that. Yeah,
that's cool.
It looked good.
I'd even got that he was getting the sun. I hadn't even realized that. Yeah.
I liked. I mean, this is another thing that I brought up in non-spoilers, but I liked basically everything to do with Cyborg. Like with his dad, I thought they had a really good relationship. Not like a good, like not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Don't make
yeah.
I don't mean that they had like
his
a very
death was sad.
positive. Yeah, his death was really sad. It was nice because you could tell that Cyborg did care about his dad in some capacity.
Yeah.
Or, like he didn't want to show it.
I keep wanting to call his dad Miles Dyson.
I called him that earlier.
But like, it's just.
What's he called? Like
it's
Silas
a good,
or something?
I think
Silas
so.
Stone. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It's a good.
That's a very comic book name.
Relationship that it's kind of a good kind of emotional core to the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cyborg's the emotional core, and his relationship with his father is what carries that. And that's my biggest thing with 2017 is it feels so
empty,
soulless. Yeah, there's
no
emotion, no heart in that movie.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
And with this, there's an actual backbone and core to the movie, and then it just got ripped out.
I love just another thing that's in front of me. Just the scene where Barry reverses time. So good.
Oh, the Speed Force scene. Oh my god, yeah.
That we see
when
the
ground music
like
kicks in,
building in front of him and the people building back again. Oh, it's so good.
It's really good. I'm so happy that the final battle wasn't in that ugly, awful ketchup color too.
Yeah.
Oh god, that looks fucking horrible. Speaking of the final battle, I thought there was some good action in that.
I thought that was good.
I like the final battle.
I like the shot of the Justice League, in slow mo.
That was great, like the hero shot.
Oh, that's like great.
That's like the shot in. It reminded me of one in
the circle round.
It reminded me a lot of one in Avengers 2.
Yes, yeah. When
in the opening battle of that,
the opening battle and the slow mo kicks in and they're all fighting side by side. Yeah,
that's the best part of that movie.
The best part of that movie is the party.
Yeah, that and then the battle. I think after that, I like.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on an Age of Ultron tangent. I gotta stop this now.
Don't mention another Joss Whedon movie here.
Yeah, that
don't
shot.
Say it, don't think it. Don't say it, don't think it.
I just posted these shots. Just in,
Yeah, that does remind me of that.
yeah.
Um,
Like the way it's like it goes into slower for a bit, then increases back up speed again.
I think
Mhm.
this was more satisfying though because it felt like the movie built up to that. But
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
just the opening of the movie.
Yeah.
I guess if you watched this in Age of Ultron or this in the original Avengers back to back, it would work better. But
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to do that. Watch the full Avengers films back to back at some point.
the
Maybe
I
original way
wonder how
that
much sense they would make.
maybe
when I
include
There's so
Civil
many
War or
films in
something.
between.
Maybe include Civil War.
Yeah.
when I initially
Yeah.
saw Age of Ultron, it was at like a back to back showing of the Avengers.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they did like I got out of school early to go to that.
Nice.
They had like an early showing where you got to see the Avengers, and then they said they were going to show Age of Ultron right after, but there was like a 50-minute gap between the movies.
Oh God.
It was
Or
to
that's what it felt like. Because,
mentally prepare yourself for Age of Ultron.
well, they couldn't start the movie until 7, and Avengers got out like before 6:30.
Oh, okay.
So we just sat there.
Okay.
But-
2015 had such
yeah,
hype films. Oh yeah, we're getting off track.
Justice League.
One thing
Just,
that I didn't really like that much was the opening with like Superman screaming was cool, but it seemed to go on forever.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
It just
No, I like it. It felt really like kind of creepy and ominous almost, which was the intention, obviously. but
it did. I
the
think
neat
could've
part was
shortened that a
how
bit.
you can see those scream shockwaves in BVS when he gets hit.
Oh, can you? I never
Yeah.
picked up on that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was probably I think why I liked it so much because I was like, wait a minute, you can see that in BVS.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's like an explanation for why the Steppenwolf comes now for the mother boxes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get. Otherwise, it was just kind of implied that it was just because Superman died.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
Yeah,
it's-
well, in the
it's not
trailer
set.
for that film for Justice League 2017, they had the line, "There's no protectors here, no Kryptonians, no lanterns. This world will fall."
yeah,
And that line wasn't in the movie, but I remembered
would've
it when I
helped.
saw. Well, it's in this version now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would have helped the old one.
Mhm.
Yeah. The old one has so many issues that, like, why did Steppenwolf go to that town?
Yeah, they
It's explained
explained
in
that in this.
It's
yeah.
toxic. Yeah, he needs the
He needed
radiation.
the radiation to build it, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
It is
That's why they go
still-
in the nuclear plant.
And then it's like
To me, it just
not
feels like a
toxic
one-off
when they get
line,
there.
though. That's the thing.
Well,
It just kind of felt
I
like
mean,
a
I
one-off line.
guess.
I don't know.
It's just
It-
nice to have an
it was just like-
explanation.
It is nice, but I don't know. It just feels like, oh, we need a reason for them to pick this place. Okay, they need the radiation. Cool. got
Well,
it.
it feels another example of like in BVS when they have the fight in the Gotham Harbor and the general says there's no civilian people there,
Oh,
no one will
yeah.
be harmed. It feels like a response to Man of Steel criticism, like they wanted to put it in a city, but they didn't want to put it in like a city with people so they could destroy everything.
I
So
did
like,
find
oh
that
yeah, it's radiation. He needs the radiation, so it's uninhabited.
in
Yeah.
BVS. I did find it really funny when the general went, "There's nobody on this place. There's nobody here." Or
They
like,
say it like 3 times.
thankfully-
Like, yeah.
thankfully, everybody has
Anderson
left
Cooper's-
this area.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper says it's past 6 o'clock on a Friday, so there's no one in the metropolitan area, which doesn't make any sense. But I'm willing to excuse it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably just a studio mandate thing.
Yeah, it was probably the studio being like, "Well, you can't destroy everything again, Zach. Just say no one's there."
We don't want any more buildings falling. We've had enough.
You can destroy
Or-
buildings, but just make sure there's no people there. Because they say Anderson Cooper says it when he attacks the park with the Superman statue. Then the general says it when they get to Stryker's Island, and then another general says it again when they get to Gotham Harbor, or Batman says it. I don't remember. So, like 3 different times they say it.
Yeah. This is another spoiler bit. I liked the Deathstroke scene a lot more in this than I did in the.
Oh yeah.
It was much better.
That
in
scene got me
this.
so hyped up. Like immediately, I was
know.
really hyped, and then I
It's-
was really let down that we'll probably never see it.
It's
in
so,
film.
it's.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for a movie we'll never get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because it was
a movie where like
who-
Deathstroke was like hunting down, well, like getting to Batman. And now he knows his name. That'd be so good.
It
that
felt
was
like
yeah.
a
Well,
better
that was Ben Affleck's plan.
Yeah.
To do a solo movie would be, and it would like have flashbacks back to when Joker killed Robin and everything. It would be a good movie. That's why I kind of hope they make it.
I mean, I hope they make it, but I don't think they will. Sadly,
I think they've moved on. I think the Batman is them moving on.
I want them to make. Is it too
Warner
much to
Brothers
ask for
moved
both?
on from this, but yeah,
I guess.
I
don't know.
could see them maybe enticing Ben Affleck back if they like had Snyder as a producer and said we're not going to interfere at all. Like do what you want.
I would
Yeah.
not take Warner Brothers' word on not interfering. To be honest.
Well, I mean they're under the leash of AT&T now, so who
Yeah.
knows? I
Um,
mean that's the whole reason the Snyder Cut got a finished release. Warner Brothers was going to release an unfinished work print, but then HBO and Warner Media stepped in and said, no, take this money and go finish it.
what was I gonna say? About the Deathstroke thing. It felt like a better executed version of the reveal in Far From Home.
Mm.
I don't know why that reminded me of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Probably because it
Yeah.
actually is in the movie and not a post-credit scene.
Yeah. Just looking at the I just got back to the start of the movie now. And it was in the opening credit sequence. It said David Thewlis was in this. I don't remember it being in here. He was the villain from Wonder Woman. The God one.
Oh, Ares?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
He didn't play Ares in this. Someone
was-
else played Ares.
Yeah, because it listed him in the opening credits of this, and yeah,
It did.
What?
did?
yeah. I'll send you a picture. I'll just go back to it.
Damn, I didn't.
Maybe there's another Snyder cut that exists.
The David Thewlis.
Yeah,
cut.
there is because they filmed a Green Lantern scene that they replaced them with the Martian Manhunter scene.
Yeah,
So we
You
need
know
to
what?
release the Snyder cut of the Snyder cut.
at least we live in a society cut and the mullet cut, please.
The mullet cut.
Oh, you wanted to bring
One
up something
thing-
about Green Lantern, right, Bullet?
Did I? Oh yes,
Yeah, you said so.
in the Hang on, before I do that, I'm just gonna send an image in the chat just of the so
Oh yeah.
That's weird. I don't know where
Yeah.
he was in it.
Gonna have to go rewatch it.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch.
could
it
not
tomorrow
remember
now,
him
then.
being in it. So,
I can't either.
but yeah, so
'Cause he wasn't Ares. I would know if he was Ares. But
I'll skip forward to that battle now. But yeah, so about Green Lantern
yeah,
in that battle, I thought I really liked what little we saw of the Green Lantern, and like the ring flying away at the end.
oh yeah, Yalinger, the
Yeah.
ancient Green Lantern.
There
I'm
was a
so
Green
glad
Lantern. Sorry, you go.
Yeah, there was. Well,
There was one in the
he,
2017 one.
Yeah, but you barely,
Yeah,
it was
it
in
was
the
the same
background
one,
and you barely
Yalinger.
saw it.
he
did-
like swung a hammer and killed two parademons. Then he cut to the battle a few seconds later, and he gets killed. Like in this, we actually see him try and fight Darkseid and die. Like he gets more to do than just killing two parademons.
I also liked seeing not really seeing, but it was like a cameo of Ryan Choi in this.
Yeah, and he worked for Silas Stone.
What's his
Yeah.
character?
He's the
He was
Atom.
Adam,
He's the Atom.
Oh,
the
okay.
assistant of Silas,
Yeah, I am not
the
familiar
one with the
all
joke about
DC
the prom
folks.
date who left him.
Yeah.
I didn't find that joke very funny.
I like
I don't
it.
know. It
Most
just
of the
felt
jokes in
forced.
this landed for me.
Half of them landed, half of them didn't for me.
I liked the
I-
one, and this, I thought it would have been a Whedon scene, but it wasn't, thank God. When Commissioner Gordon turns around and looks back, and they're all gone except for Flash, and Flash is like, "Oh, that's rude," and then leaves.
I
I
like
liked that. That
joke.
was funny,
I
and
like
I'm
that.
glad it was a Snyder thing.
Yeah.
It
The one
reminded me of in The Dark Knight Returns, or no, Dark Knight Rises, when Catwoman disappears on bail Batman, and he's like, "So that's what it feels like."
Oh, yeah, I like that moment. Yeah.
I also liked I bought the bank joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
funny,
happy
yeah.
that was in here.
But
But they didn't have this stupid ADR where Clark is like, "Oh, the whole thing." He's like, "Yeah, I have the impulse to do that." I'm glad that was gone. 'Cause
yeah,
that didn't feel like a Whedon-esque style, like Captain America would say to Tony Stark or something.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
at the flashback battle sequence. I'm gonna see if I can spot David Thewlis.
One thing I liked is when Cyborg sees the nightmare future, and he sees Superman's corpse standing over like the Justice League symbol in the nightmare future by Wayne
Mhm.
Manor.
Yeah.
You can see the corpse of Kilowog, who's a very famous Green Lantern leader.
Huh.
So that was a nice little cameo that I liked.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
you know what scene I
Yeah.
did like actually that I was going to bring up that I kind of forgot about until now. I liked the scene. It's another nightmare scene. It's when Cyborg gets into the mother boxes.
Oh,
When,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, and he sees
His
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 family.
family's there,
Yeah,
and then they turn in like those weird demons. That was I like that.
yeah,
I
that was
liked
cool.
that a
Yeah,
lot, and it felt like a good way to end his like arc
Mhm.
for that movie.
Everything was cyborg, and this is great. I
He's-
think we can agree on that.
yeah.
I mean, like, I don't really know that I could say like many other characters in that movie have like a true arc.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. I don't think Aquaman does. He sure shit doesn't actually. I wouldn't say. Or it's just like at the beginning he's like,
He
I'm not
doesn't-
gonna go do anything.
He
And then at
doesn't
the end,
have
he's like,
one,
okay.
but I don't think the story really needs him to.
No, and then
Yeah, because he has
Wonder
one
Woman, I
in
wouldn't say-
Aquaman.
Yeah, his
it kind of
arc
builds
in
up to his
Aquaman.
arc in Aquaman, sorry.
Wonder Man.
Yeah, because he's gonna go see his father.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman doesn't really have one. Batman, I don't remember one for him.
Batman sort of has one. I mean, it's in conjunction with his. It's like an extension of his arc in BVS.
Yeah, and then Superman, I mean, not really.
Yeah,
The
not.
Flash,
not
again, not
really.
really. Unless you count him getting a
there's-
job as his arc.
I don't know. I don't think that was because this is a team up movie. I don't think they were supposed to have arcs in this, and they would have arcs
Yeah.
of their solo.
It's not
one-off
so much
films.
that they have arcs; it's just that they actually have character in this.
Yeah.
Which they
And I-
didn't
yeah,
in the
yeah.
2017 one.
My point is they did give Cyborg an arc. They gave him something, which I think.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
was the only one at like when this was filmed in 2016. He was the only one that wasn't going to have his own movie. Like Wonder Woman had hers, Superman had his, Batman was going to have his, Aquaman was going to have his, Flash same thing, but Cyborg wasn't. So I think that's why they made him kind of the emotional core of the movie.
I'd almost go as far as to say this, in a lot of ways, feels like a Cyborg movie.
Yeah, I really wish we get a
Sort
hope
of,
we get a
yeah.
Cyborg movie with Ray Fisher now.
If it weren't for the
I don't
fact
think
that
we
Cyborg,
will.
yeah, I don't think we will either. That's probably not going to happen with Warner Brothers.
We were going to get a lot of Cyborg action in Rick Famuyiwa's Flash, but obviously he left and they kicked Ray Fisher out and got the guy who made it to sign on, which was a terrible choice in my opinion.
with
but-
like Cyborg. Aside from Cyborg being introduced into the movie way later than I would have liked, unless you count the opening credits, which I don't, or the opening sequence.
Yeah, where Mother
he-
Box wakes.
Yeah, he sort of feels like the central protagonist in a way, like the character that we're seeing the story through.
Yeah,
Well, I think that was
Um,
the whole point. That's
yeah.
why it's the heart of the movie. But
But I do wish he showed up earlier. I think if they had introduced him earlier, it would have been a lot more effective.
yeah, maybe.
yeah,
I think he's introduced a little too late, but
I love this movie, but I do think there is a couple pacing problems with like the first 45 minutes.
got the
Like,
first
things feel a little uneven.
for sure
I
for me
think-
the first hour I think had problems.
I think throughout, there were pacing problems. Like, I think this does suffer the Return of the King problem of just having the climax is over and then you still have like an hour of film left.
Yeah.
Which I mean that's I obviously I love Return of the King and I liked this, but it's in like another film for example, Casino Royale. It's like that the
Mhm.
villain's defeated, then you still have like another half an hour left to go.
Yeah, there's like 15 different endings.
Yeah. Which it did this did feel a bit Return of the King in that way. Also, I don't know if you can see the picture, but that's the best quality one I can get, I think.
What'd you
Yeah,
post?
that's not David Thewlis.
Yeah.
Huh.
At least I don't think it is.
I mean,
I don't know why he's credited then.
I don't know. Did he
Maybe he makes like a cameo.
maybe
Or maybe
voice?
it's audio.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he
Yeah, I
did
was
the
gonna say.
voice. I don't know.
He did maybe some sort of voice. Maybe
Zeus.
I don't know.
I really like Zeus.
Well,
in
he
this
wasn't
flashback.
supposed to be Ares originally in the original Wonder Woman. That was tacked on later
Okay.
of him being Ares. So I don't know how any of that. There's a bit of inconsistency there.
But yeah, Zeus was really good in that flashback. I thought,
Yeah,
like,
I liked all of the gods being in there. That was neat.
like it. Just I just like the design with like the glowing arms and the lightning and stuff.
Yeah, the lightning. And what was it? Artemis, I think, blows up the ship.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was neat.
You reminded me of Kratos in a way, kind of.
Yeah, I can see that.
Should we wrap this up and move on to Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Sure. So we gave
Oh my
ratings
God.
already. So yeah, that's
Next thing.
that's the Snyder Cut. Yeah. So
Now we're on to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
we probably won't have
Yeah.
nearly as much to say about this, but
I
yeah.
have
No.
a bit to say. I don't know. I have a few things.
So episode
Um,
1 of that came out this morning.
We've
I completely forgot about it.
Yeah,
making a bit of a change here.
I forgot
I
about it
guess.
this morning. Yeah, we've decided we're gonna
Um,
do like, instead of talking about shows like we did with WandaVision, or like all at once at the end, we're gonna just do it. Well, I guess 2 episodes at a time because we're doing bi-weekly. So yeah,
So episode 1. What did everybody think?
I
It was
really liked
okay.
it.
I mean, yeah, I always liked Anthony Mackie in that role. He was always very charismatic, I felt.
Yeah,
But I never like really loved his character. He always just felt like Captain America's buddy, just like
I
Bucky did,
agree,
and how
yeah.
like Rhodey felt like Iron Man's buddy, and those 3 warriors were Thor's buddies until they got killed. But they gave him some actual character here, and they explore like his dad owns some business, and now his dad's gone, and his sister runs it, and
Yeah, I
his
like
sister
when we
wants to
got to
sell
see his-
everything, and he doesn't.
like he had family issues and stuff. Like he has actual person
Yeah.
issues. And I did.
Yeah.
Well, that bank manager seemed like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
give
he
me
did.
give me a selfie. No, I won't give you a loan.
I don't know. I
He
was
would
a
have
bit,
given him the loan if he let him take the selfie with the arm around him.
I thought it was decent. I don't know.
Yeah.
The opening action scene I didn't really care for. I don't know.
I really
Neither
liked
did I.
the action in it.
What'd you say?
It was, I mean, the action scene was high quality, like it looked fine. It looked better than the big action scene at the end of WandaVision,
Mm.
but it wasn't the most interesting thing in the world.
I also thought,
This felt like a lot more like just standard Marvel affair than
yeah,
Yeah.
WandaVision did.
two
That's-
things.
This felt a lot
that's
like,
not really a
like the Russo
complaint,
brothers
but-
were directing it. Like this felt something they would make.
Yeah, I agree. Like Cherkk.
I do have 2 complaints with this action scene. One of them, I don't like the way that the air or like footage of the people flying looks, because it looks like it's just being filmed with a GoPro. I thought that looked
Yeah,
bad.
I noticed that too.
I thought it looked.
And
Was that being filmed like in real? Like real?
yeah,
Was that real?
I think so.
I think
it
it
had
some
to
of it was.
It looked it. Yeah, it looked real to me.
Yeah, I don't
There's
think
no
Anthony
reason for-
Mackie's parts were real, but
No.
Well, obviously
no
they,
reason for it
obviously
to
he didn't
look
have
that way
like
if it's
Falcon
not real.
wings. Yeah.
yeah.
I also thought that it wasn't very tense because the tension coming from them going over just wasn't super.
Hmm.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't. It was some random military guy we never knew anything about,
Yeah.
and
Also,
they were gonna fly over Libya. Oh no!
that military
Yeah,
guy they
why
were
did
going
they-
to save, he looked really young for someone who was supposed to be that important. Like that. I don't know. It just,
Why
struck,
were they?
it just struck me. He was like 25. It looked like. I don't
Why
know.
were they
Yeah.
like? Why were they cutting back to that guy in the truck anyways? Like that guy was just.
Well, that he came back then. Like he's the one who gets beat up, I think.
Yeah, I think he's the one who's
Oh,
in it
is
later
he?
on. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
The one thing I find funny is how the guy who kidnapped him was Batroc the Leaper, who was in the opening action scene of The Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And I hope they turn it into a running joke that Batroc the Leaper just does some generic evil thing in the opening of every Marvel movie and then just leaves the movie when he loses. And
you
comes
notice
back
that
in another film and do the same thing.
Did you notice that he leaped out of the helicopter?
Yeah, living up to his name.
I liked how they kind of went more into. I hope they were going more into this with the rest of the show, but I liked how they went into Winter Soldier's like PTSD a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
and
that
like
was
him
interesting.
We should have
Having
probably
to
mentioned
live with
up
being
top.
like the
but
most
this is-
horrible person.
We should probably have mentioned
Spoilers.
this up top, but this is spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll let-
Yeah.
Fuck it.
This
I just
episode's
don't
not a
think
very
it's spoilers.
spoiler-heavy one.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did
But
like. I did find it quite. I don't know about you guys, but I called it that the old Asian guy was going to be the dad of the young Asian guy that we saw in the
Yeah.
flashback.
Yeah.
yeah,
That seemed. I
I expected that.
liked it, but it was a bit predictable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I like Don
thought-
Cheadle's cameo. That was cool.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
I was glad he showed up. I was so
Yes.
happy he showed up. But I think definitely the highlight of this is Winter Soldier dealing with his depression. I wasn't
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
all that interested in the Falcon trying to get a bank loan.
Well,
Yeah,
I
like
don't
I
really
said,
see
I
that
find
gripping audiences.
Anthony Mackie very charismatic, so I am interested to see where it goes next. But for the
Mhm.
just like talking about this episode, it wasn't very interesting.
I liked parts of it. I liked seeing the Smithsonian fuck him over with the shield.
Yeah,
Uh,
giving it to that guy.
Because that guy's definitely gonna end up being racist. He
Yeah,
just looks
yeah,
like a
it was.
racist.
He feels like he was gonna walk up to that podium and say "All lives matter."
He's gonna be like, he's definitely the kind of guy to go up to a podium and say, "I believe Black Lives Matter, but so do all lives."
Yeah,
He's
maybe
definitely
he'll
gonna go and
cite
say
like
that shit.
he'll cite the race statistic. Despite
Yeah.
only making up 13% of the population.
He definitely looks like he would have been at the Capitol assault.
I
Yeah.
think he's going to be revealed to be part of the Flag Smashers. Were they called? Like secretly a
Yeah,
villain.
maybe. I
I'm
think
going
he's
option
going to
A.
be a villain, but I think there's two routes they can turn him into a villain with.
What do you think they'll do?
Either he'll be like a racist who would have raided the Capitol,
Mhm.
or he's going to be like some almost like tragic villain who is like really bad PTSD and doesn't know what he's doing, and he's being manipulated by a bunch of different like politicians to do their bidding. I
See, I
don't
think
know.
he's just gonna
That's
be a
just my
dickhead.
current thought. I mean, that could very well be the case.
I
but
think he's just going to be a
we'll
member
have
of
to
the
see.
Flag Smasher group thing. Which it was
Maybe.
weird that a group that like it felt weird that like all we were told about them at the start is that they like want a unified world without borders, which like
Yeah.
and then that's being vilified almost instantly. That felt a bit weird to me.
Yeah,
They also want
that's not a terrible goal. Like,
Yeah,
they didn't really.
they also want the world to go back to the way it was before the snap or during the snap. Which
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like if they
What are
focused
they,
on that,
they're gonna
more,
get
it
the
would work
Infinity
better.
Stones again.
Maybe they're just gonna kill half the world. Like they kind of remind me of the guys at the beginning of Justice League that Wonder Woman fights.
oh
Just
yeah.
trying to
Oh
kill
yeah,
everybody.
yeah, and crushes their skulls.
Yeah.
They want to return to the Dark Ages.
Falcon just uses his wings to crush someone's skull. I would love that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Especially for Disney Plus.
But-
I mean,
like I said earlier, this feels a lot like something the Russo brothers would make. Did they have any
Yeah.
involvement in this? Like, were they a producer or
I
something?
don't think so.
It felt
Huh.
like they were, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Another we've talked about the beginning action scene, which we've talked about that. The Winter Soldier like flashback action scene I thought was really good. It was short,
That was
but
good.
it was like really
Yeah.
well. It was like quick and well choreographed and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And from just this episode, I'm definitely more interested in Bucky's stuff than Sam's. But
Yeah.
I'm
Well, they're
surprised
gonna
that
cross over at some point.
I'm surprised that this is only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
since
well, the credits are so long. On this alone, they were 9 minutes long, and it was only like 45 minutes. Like, that's the amount of length of credits that the Snyder Cut had, and that was 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes from the end. It's like, okay, still got 10 minutes to go.
And there was no
it started
post-credit scene.
credits falling, yeah.
I'll
It
be
was-
honest.
Yeah, same thing with WandaVision.
And The Mandalorian as well. I guess it's just a Disney Plus thing.
I don't
For-
know.
For like a show called The Falcon and Winter Soldier, I was hoping that we would see these characters meet in the pilot, but I guess not.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine though, because it gives them time to set up on their own.
Yeah.
I feel like
But it would have been nice if
their arcs cross over at some point, yeah.
it's got to
Well,
be
they're
next
gonna
episode.
have to. I mean, yeah.
Next episode they have to meet. If they don't meet next
Yeah,
episode,
because it's
then I
only
don't
it's
know
only
what
6
the fuck they're
episodes.
doing.
So
Yeah.
But it does feel like a weird way to start the show.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
basically neither of them meeting in any way.
they're having anything to do with each other. Like, none
Yeah.
of their individual arcs have any type of overlap.
I'm definitely
there's nothing
intrigued
set up.
to where this is going to go.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, like,
sort of interested, I guess. Like,
I'm definitely going to
curious
watch
to
the
see
rest
how-
of the show. Yeah.
see, my biggest question is because that was Zemo in the mask, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
No.
No, I don't think.
Or was it?
I didn't
No,
think.
Zemo's mask is purple, so that's
Yeah.
not
Oh.
him.
And also,
curious to see.
Zemo's never like super strong, which that guy was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see like
Wait, isn't
what
the
his
person
motive
in
is,
the red hand mask the woman who played Enfys Nest in Solo? Or
Yes,
is that a
she is in
different one?
this. She is in this.
Oh, I didn't
Okay,
notice
yeah. Maybe that's
Um,
her pretending to be a man again, like she did in Solo by wearing a mask.
that.
Is that gonna be a typecast for that actress?
I am very curious to see how Zemo is sort of the villain in this, because
Yeah,
he's one of the rare villains in Marvel who
is
got
good.
everything he wanted.
Yeah,
He
true.
got what
He's
he wanted
good.
in the end. He got the Avengers split up.
Mm,
It's not
yeah.
like with every other villain,
Yeah.
they've either lost or they've won and then lost. With him, he won basically.
He just won, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no one doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only
And
I guess Thanos in Infinity War won.
but then he lost afterwards.
Not
Yeah,
that
in
Thanos,
Endgame.
technically.
Yeah, but then again, I guess that Thanos, if
Infinity
this
War
may have been your
Thanos.
point, yeah, he won in his mind because then he
Endgame
died.
Thanos is like a
Yeah.
alternate timeline, I guess. So
I guess, yeah. But with him, he won in the end. He got
Yeah.
he got what he wanted, and I don't know what his motive could be here, especially
Well, the
because
thing is,
like-
this show feels like it's juggling a lot of villains. Like you got the evil Captain America, you got this Red Hand group, whatever it's called, and
Mhm.
Zemo. Like there's only 6 episodes. I don't know how they're gonna really
I
work
don't.
it all in together.
Why does Zemo care? Like
Yeah.
Iron Man's dead. Iron Man's the reason his family died, and Iron Man's dead. Why does he care about the other Avengers?
yeah,
Why
I
does
don't
he
know.
care about Falcon and the Winter Soldier in particular?
Yeah,
Like I guess
Like
because
he
they were friends.
used Falcon. I mean, he used the Winter Soldier as a tool in Civil War. But other than that, I don't even think he met Sam or interacted with him.
Sam was
So I
at the
don't.
Battle of whatever that place. I'm not even gonna try and name it. Whatever it was in Avengers 2. Because last time
Sokovia.
I tried to say, yeah,
What,
last time I
Sokovia?
said Slovakia and everybody laughed at me. So
Wait, is Zemo from Sokovia?
yeah, that's where his family died and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that's why he's mad at the Avengers, and I can get
Wow.
specifically why he's mad at Tony Stark.
Well,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Sokovia was his
rightfully.
fault.
Yeah.
Directly. It wasn't
yeah,
really Cap's fault. Cap just kind of helped save everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
It's
Also,
like
Bruce Banner's fault too.
yeah, it would have made more sense to me if he was involved with like a Spider-Man movie, because
Yeah.
Spider-Man, is following in Tony's footsteps, and the past 2 villains have been set up as people who Tony wronged. So, and
Just
Zemo
like the
is
Iron Man movies, they're all evil white guys who had their businesses ruined by Tony Stark.
yep. So that's what this is.
Consistent theme.
Or it's just a guy who really wants to watch soccer and get drunk all day.
What was his name in
Trevor
Iron Man
Slattery.
3? Trevor Slattery. Oh, God.
Unironically, one of my favorite Marvel characters.
I
love
love
him.
Trevor.
Doesn't
It's
he
such
die
a
in
weird-
some one-off?
He doesn't
in
die,
those
but he gets
Marvel
taken
one-offs?
away by the
Yeah.
Ten Rings.
I
Oh, the real guys from Iron Man 1?
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I
they're
love
gonna
Iron
just
Man
reveal that the
3.
Mandarin's a real dude.
I love Iron Man 3.
Isn't that in an upcoming film? They're gonna
Yeah,
reveal the
Shang-Chi's
actual
gonna have the
Mandarin?
real Mandarin because it pissed everybody off.
Is
I
it gonna have
I wonder
Trevor?
how they're gonna
Is Trevor
retcon
gonna come
that.
back?
Yeah.
I
Trevor should be a
hope he
prisoner.
does. But I don't
What
want
if
a
he's a
real
prisoner
Mandarin.
with Mandarin?
Ben Kingsley was the perfect pick. I don't want anybody
know.
else.
That's
He
the
was
thing. They kind of like. I kind
perfect.
of like that reveal because it's funny, but at the same time, he would be a great Mandarin, and he
Well-
was in those little adverts they made.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So,
those little scenes are like some of the best moments for any villain in the Marvel universe. Like when he's threatening to murder the
Yeah,
guy on live
yeah.
television.
Yeah.
That's genuinely
oil
scary
guy.
shit.
I
Yeah.
know. And they portray him as like this, like he seems like half ISIS type leader, but also like a church leader. He's with all those children, and he's just really creepy. And I
I'm
think
s-
just because of how good of an actor Ben Kingsley was, they should have had him be the actual Mandarin and not Guy Pearce, because
See-
he just is such a good actor.
I'm so conflicted because on one hand I love the reveal. I think it's really funny, and I think it's a great way to fuck with people. But on the other hand, like,
Reminds me of the
he-
saber throw in The Last Jedi.
yeah, he's just like the perfect pick for that character.
I know.
you know?
Yeah.
Like if it was like some random like villain, like I don't know, like
yeah.
the villain in Ant-Man that nobody really cares about.
Yeah.
or like
who was that again? It was the guy from House of Cards. I don't even
it
remember
was
his name.
bald guy.
I-
God, yeah, let's play a game. Name every MCU villain
Oh, let's go.
by their actual name.
Oh God.
Let's go.
Another
So
10 hours.
Obadiah Stane.
Obadiah Stane.
Fuck,
Eric
who's
Roth.
Abomination.
Abomination, but I don't know
Um,
his actual name.
No, yeah, his actual name. You gotta do the actual names.
Oh God.
Okay, pass
It's an
on.
abomination.
Pass on.
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah,
Uh,
he is. No, I can go to the character's name for that.
Justin Hammer.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the
Thor.
guy who wants his bird?
Oh, that's Mickey
a
Rourke.
little
No,
bird.
I want
Ivan
my
Vanko.
bird.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, Ivan Vanko.
And then
Red Skull, obviously. Loki.
Loki. Loki again.
Yeah, Loki again.
And Man 3.
Guy Pearce.
Aldrich Killian. I think that's his name.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
just kill him.
And then
I'm
Trevor
just sitting
Slattery.
back and listening.
Thor.
Who's the one in
Malekith.
Thor 2? Oh, Malekith. Yeah, that's it.
Captain America 2, Robert Redford. I can't remember the name.
Alexander Pierce.
That's it.
And then Bucky
Guardians
Barnes,
is
kind of.
yeah, kind of. Guardians is Ronan
Ronan.
and
Heath
kind of
Ledger.
Thanos, I guess. Age of Ultron is Ultron. Ant-Man is Darren Cross, is that his name?
Yes. Oh my God, you
Yeah.
actually remember
Oh my
his name.
God.
Either that or you're googling this.
Good
I would
job.
not be surprised if you're googling.
I'm not. You have my word. I'm not.
Okay, 2016 Baron Zemo.
And then Doctor Strange is Caecilius, Mads Mikkelsen.
Well, of course you remember that.
Dormammu 2. It's Dormammu.
Oh yeah, true. 2017. So that's Guardians 2 is
Ego, the Living Planet.
then
And there's Michael Keaton.
Vulture.
Birdman. Vulture, yeah.
There's another villain in that one. Don't forget the other villain.
The
The Shocker?
Yep.
okay.
Oh yeah, the Shocker.
I'm not gonna get his actual name. I won't be able to get that.
Well, there is technically a third one set up, but he's not
Oh,
really a
no.
villain.
Scorpion.
No, not Scorpion.
He's in.
Yeah, Nacho from Better Call
Prowler.
Oh yeah.
Saul. Oh yeah.
Then okay. So what else came out that year? Thor
Thor
3
Ragnarok.
was Hela.
And
And
the Grandmaster.
yeah, kind of.
Thanos, obviously.
In Infinity War, Black Panther was Killmonger.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is the one I've been waiting for. Can you remember the name?
Lawrence
of the villain
Fishburne
in
and
it?
Ghost.
But what are their names?
Shoot.
Lawrence
Wait,
Fishburne.
there's that one Southern guy. There's the Southern guy.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah.
Too.
Shit.
There's Lawrence
I hate-
Fishburne.
Is Jimmy
I hate
Woo
that
villain
movie
in
so
that? I can't remember.
Not really. He's just kind of an FBI guy.
Fuck yeah, I'm lost.
this
I
where it
can't get
ends?
that man. Then
Shoot.
in Captain Marvel, it's Talos. No, he's not a villain. No, I'm wrong.
It's
the
Jude
woman?
Law.
Is it?
Jude Law.
Oh, yeah, Jude Law.
Marvel, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Wait.
Yeah, Marvel,
Yes?
isn't it?
Yes, he's like
Oh.
Marvel, I think. So, shit. What's next? Endgame. That's Thanos, obviously.
And
Thanos.
Thanos.
Then
Yeah.
Far From Home is Mysterio, Quentin Beck.
Yeah. And WandaVision is Catherine Han.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Agnes,
random
Agatha
government
Harkness.
guy
Oh yeah.
and
who
who's
decides
the
to shoot
government?
children
Who-
for no reason.
What's his name? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's with an H.
That's one thing
Uh,
I never. That's one thing I never brought up in the WandaVision thing. Is he goes from being like seeming like a decent person in the beginning to being a man who decides to shoot children because he can.
What Hayward? Is it Hayward?
Yeah,
That's it.
Hayward.
How the fuck did you
Yeah.
do that?
I don't know. It just came to me.
Okay,
Um,
did we do better or worse than you expected, Sam?
Oh, a lot better. Well, you remembered the name of the villain from Ant-Man, so a lot better.
I was gonna say his name in House of Cards because I couldn't remember.
I still can't remember Ant-Man 2, so it's just Lawrence Fishburne, I guess.
Any other
Lawrence Fishburne and the
Falcon
Southern
and
guy.
Winter Soldier thoughts?
Oh,
No.
yeah, we've got way off track.
Whatever.
I don't have much else to say. I liked the episode a lot. Probably 8 out of
Do you have a
10.
rating?
It was okay. Yeah.
8
I'm
out of
going
10.
give it a
6 or
7.
7. It was fine.
Yeah.
6 or 7, probably 7.
hmm
What would you go for, Hoop?
Probably a 7.
Okay. That's an average of 7 for us. Well, it depends on what. If Sam gave a 6, that's an average of 7.
I go with the 7, whatever.
Well, I guess should we move on?
Yeah.
So Sam watched the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Talk,
Are we gonna talk about it?
Do it.
What?
Okay.
we lots of Justice
so-
League and Cherkk episode.
Oh, is this the Tom Holland butthole movie?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the butthole cut. We
Oh,
finally got the
no.
butthole cut of Cats. I watched Cherkk, or Cherry,
Oh,
as
no.
it's otherwise known.
No, refer to it as Cherkk from now on.
Okay, so
Cherkk.
well, I guess I should tell the audience, if you don't know, there was a Variety poster released for this movie when they started their For Your Consideration campaign,
Ugh.
and they had a printing error.
I
on
hope
the
this
digital
wins Best
poster.
Picture.
I really hope it does. That would be so funny.
Best
the
visual
Russo brothers
effects for the
shot.
inside of Tom Holland's asshole.
Best cinematography. So they they fucked up the printing on the poster and it says Cherkk instead of Cherry.
Oh, I thought that was an artistic choice.
Yeah,
No,
I
it was
thought
it was
too.
like a digital fuck up.
Oh,
How?
that's even better.
I don't
How
know.
do they mess it up and still
I don't know how
publish it?
Yeah, that's
And
the
how
thing.
do they send the messed up? How does no one notice?
I'd also like to add that the word cherry isn't even centered on the poster.
Oh,
but-
God.
They just
Um,
look at it. There's half of the word is missing. This is fine.
my overall thoughts are if you have Apple TV Plus, Ted Lasso is really great. Go watch that.
Was that the
it's-
soccer movie?
Yeah, it's
Or
it's a show about
Yeah.
an American football coach who goes to Europe to coach soccer, and it's pretty funny. It's better than this.
Yeah.
Within one episode, I liked the protagonist of Ted Lasso more than I had anything to like. I had any feelings about Tom Holland in this. I felt more about for him. This feels like the Russos are trying to make
They're trying to make Kino, but
they're
can't.
trying to make Goodfellas is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make their Goodfellas. It feels like
Oh my god.
it feels like it's their attempt at making like a Taxi Driver or something, or a Goodfellas, or it's like
Oh
this.
god.
What's it even
Goodfellas-
about? Do you want to give us some way the plot?
Like, He's
So-
a medic in the Iraq War or something.
It's
Isn't he?
impossible to give a summary because it goes between so many different things.
Oh,
Like,
God.
Their claim is that it's about the opioid epidemic, but there is nothing about opioids until over an hour into the movie.
Oh my god.
It takes over an hour for them to even get to what the supposed central plot of the movie is.
Oh god. This is why you
Um,
don't let Marvel directors direct anything but Marvel movies.
They're really trying to make something pretentious here. Like it feels like if you made a parody of a student film, it would be Cherry.
Oh god.
Like,
Wait,
They even do
what?
the changing aspect ratio thing just for no reason.
Oh my god, really?
It's not like some movies. Like I think a good example of
Interstellar
a
does that.
Interstellar. I mean, like where it's like weird aspect ratios and shit.
Oh.
Like I think a good example of
One of the
like,
Transformers does that, doesn't it?
yeah, but I mean like where it'll be like one entire section of the movies in one aspect ratio, then boom, another one.
God.
I like
Kind of like
First Man
Grand
did that with the
Budapest.
moon section.
But I mean like the one that I was gonna reference is Defy Bloods and how that
Oh.
does it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Where once they get to Vietnam, it changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where with this, once Tom Holland gets to the army like recruitment center, it gets like letterboxed basically, like
Oh,
4x3.
Oh
Um,
no.
It's like tiny. It's not even letterbox. It's like tiny. It just is a tiny picture.
Ah.
And then it keeps changing, but like there's no meaning behind any of it. It just changes.
Huh. Apparently, I
can't-
have Apple TV Plus, so I might watch this.
You get it
I
if you
wish
have
I had Apple TV
if you-
Plus.
if you have an Apple product. You have Apple TV Plus basically.
I
If
didn't
you have like
realize
a recent
that. So
Apple product,
Oh.
I've got
you
I've
get
got
like
an
a free
iPhone,
year.
so
Yeah, you get free year of it. So,
Uh.
it's way too
I'm gonna
long.
watch
Like,
Cherkk while I can. It's like 2 hours 20. It said.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Really?
The only decent thing about it is Tom Holland. He's decent in it.
Do you think he'll get a Best Actor nomination?
I
Oh my
hope.
God, no! God, no!
I hope.
God,
He,
no!
I
He
hope
is
this
not
picture
coming
wins
close.
every award possible.
He is not coming close to best actor. Like, he's
I mean,
decent
not
in
a
it, but
win, but a nomination. Do you think?
no,
Like,
no. No. I don't even think he's on the short list. But like,
because I think, well, we've spoken about this like in just elsewhere. But the winner of Best Actor is pretty obvious this year, I think.
It's Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's no.
if he
no
wasn't
question.
eligible, if he wasn't nominated, I think it would be Gary Oldman.
Well, he's gonna get nominated, I would say.
Well,
Gary
no,
Oldman's gonna.
if Chadwick Boseman wasn't a contender, then it would be
Yeah.
Gary
Watch
Oldman. I
Mank.
think.
The
Mike's really good.
nominations are released on the 15th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 days.
Maybe we should
Well,
discuss that next time.
Should we do a special episode just for that? Like a special recording?
Sure.
All right, on Monday or something. We can do
Yeah,
like a quick
sure.
recording. But yeah, it's pretentious. It's bloated. It's about like 5 different things
Oh,
at the same
God.
time. Like it's about Tom Holland's relationship with this girl, but then it's not. It's about like they go on this weird thing where it seems like
Oh,
it's going in the
Lord.
direction where it's about how like veterans are treated in America, but then it isn't about that. It goes in the direction of like Joker, where it's about mental health in America, but then it
What?
isn't.
Oh God.
Like they have a scene where it's like supposed to be like representing how bad the mental health system is in America, but then it's just like
Good
one scene
Lord.
and then nothing else is done with it.
Oh my God.
And then it's about a bank robber. And like I kept on trying to like, because it feels like they're going for Goodfellas. So I was trying the whole time. I was just looking for where it disconnected. And that's what they're going for. They're going for like the story of this person's life and like, like in this life and how it, like kind of Goodfellas feels like a biopic about the gangster life, and this is trying to be for like 6
Yeah.
different lives that this one person is living.
So was he like
Split?
Was he like
Yeah.
smuggling opioids then? Is that how the opioids come in?
No, he like starts taking
He's
them for his
addicted to
depression.
them, right?
Yeah, he gets addicted. There's not
Okay.
I
really
haven't
any.
watched it, but I've read the reviews because I'm too lazy to get Apple TV Plus.
I would not recommend getting it for this. Get it for Ted Lasso. That's good.
Yeah.
But like, there's no like, he kind of just gets addicted. It's weird because what I thought they were going to do is they were going to do the thing because how the opioid epidemic in America got so bad, from my understanding, is doctors would prescribe them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
People would get addicted, then
Mhm.
they'd lose their prescriptions, and then they'd still need them.
Yeah.
Hence leading to the epidemic. But he starts taking opioids. Then he gets them prescribed by the doctor. Then there's nothing else about the prescription. Like, we don't know if he's still getting the prescription or if he's just stopped. Like, it would have been interesting to see that, like, follow through. But
Oh,
he
God.
just stops getting the prescription, or maybe he still has it. And then he
Oh,
has to
boy.
start robbing banks for some reason because they skip over all the interesting stuff where it's about, like, his spiral down into why he's robbing banks. It's just him going, like, oh, yeah, I needed to start robbing banks. Oh, and if you've seen Ad Astra, I don't
Yeah.
know,
I
know about the
yeah.
voiceover?
Yeah.
That
Well-
that always felt really out of place in that movie.
There is the entire movie, almost the entire movie here is voiceover.
Oh, God.
Oh
Is it
my.
Tom Holland doing the voiceover?
So
Yes,
is
it's
it
Tom
like
Holland.
so it's the Goodfellas type, like Marty Scorsese type thing, where they try to do a voiceover to explain things.
They're trying to do that, but it's like in Goodfellas when they're doing the voiceover, it feels more like warranted.
Or even in Wolf of
Yeah.
Wall Street, they do
Yeah.
it too.
This, it's literally just him explaining like what he's feeling at the moment,
Oh,
like
God.
everything. It's like he's
Oh,
talking about the
God.
movie.
The
It's like
worst
listening
type
to
of
a commentary.
narration.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, it's not-
no.
half of it is just complete gibberish, where he's just rambling.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's throughout almost the entire movie.
Ew.
The entire thing is overly flashy too. Like they're trying to make it like the way that they're keeping your attention is by dangling a cat toy in front of you. That's what
Is
they're
it-
doing.
Is it gray like all the other Russo Bros movies? All their Marvel movies? Like, is the
Yeah,
color
there isn't-
real gray?
There's not too much color in this one. I'll be honest.
Ah,
Oh, God.
I
the
didn't
poster
think
lied.
there are red shots. It does go red. Oh, and
Ah,
there's
okay.
a prologue and an epilogue because it's a movie. It's a film. Sorry. And
It's
films
real
have
Kino.
prologues,
Kino.
Yeah.
True Kino.
and there's like 5 or 6 chapters.
Wow. Oh, chapters? Now it's
Yeah,
the
they do, like-
Snyder cut.
Or is it
Well-
episodes? I don't remember. No, yeah, it's a disaster. It's like watching a train. It's like watching 6 trains collapse into each other.
Oh god.
Like, because it's trying so many different things. It's also, I think one of its biggest problems is it's incredibly predictable.
Oh boy.
There's a character who shows up probably around 30 or 40 minutes into it, and I just was immediately like, yeah, they're gonna die, and then they died. You know where it's going before they even suggest where
boy.
it might be going. Like, there is nothing surprising about this movie. And yeah, and I also want to mention, they do something where Tom Holland, they're trying to make it like Goodfellas, where it goes across, several years.
Yeah.
But Tom Holland just looks the same throughout all of it, basically, until the end when they just make him pale. And they give him like a really funny mustache.
Oh god. Oh no.
He just looks like a pedophile.
Is it like that picture of Mark Wahlberg with the mustache that he took for behind the scenes in that one movie he did?
Yes, I would say so. I would say so, yeah. Hang on, let me find it.
Oh no.
This movie sounds awful.
It does. Sounds
It
as bad
is
as
not
Justice League.
Yeah, here we go. It looks like he was wearing this mustache for hang on.
Cherkk.
Hang on. Yeah, here we go. Oh my god. Hang on. All the pictures of him with the mustache are in awful posters, you can barely tell. Yeah, here we go. This one's pretty good. This is what he looks like in the movie.
Oh,
He just looks like a pedophile uncle.
oh god. Oh no. That's not good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then of course, yeah, he still looks like a kid dressing up as an adult.
That's what he is.
Yeah. Oh, and I think this will make everyone happy. Joe Russo is in it.
Oh, another cameo. Is it gay Joe Russo from Endgame?
Sadly, he's not. I don't think he's gay in this one. Which
Oh
made me
no.
really sad.
No.
But I don't think Anthony's in it either, which was really
Anthony isn't
disappointing.
cameo in any of them.
He's in Winter Soldier, I think.
Yeah.
No, doesn't Joe Russo play the Doctor?
He's in.
I think
they both
both
have
in it.
cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both. But yeah, there's no Anthony Russo cameo, which is really disappointing. But I can't blame him.
Didn't they turn down directing like a Marvel Disney Plus series to do this?
Probably.
Like,
Well,
I think
'cause
they turned down
they
Falcon
probably
and the Winter
assumed-
Soldier for this.
They probably assumed they'd get a Best Picture nomination out of it. So.
Yeah, this was. I was
Yeah,
surprised.
we're gonna make some real Kino, guys.
After watching this, I was surprised to learn that this was actually like a book that was made. Like, a few
Yeah,
years
that's
ago.
what I heard. Yeah.
They bought the rights immediately, like as soon
For
as
$1
the
million.
book started selling. Yeah, they paid
Yeah.
$1 million to get the rights, and like
It was during Age of Ultron. Endgame, when Endgame was still in production. I think it was.
yeah, they completely wasted that $1 million. Like, this is the most generic story I've ever seen in a movie. They did not. They could have just written this, and it would have been like fine.
Is Tom Holland's character called Cherry?
He doesn't even get a name. I don't think they just
What?
call him Cherry in the letterbox thing.
He's the protagonist.
He's the protagonist.
He literally doesn't have a name. I don't
What?
think. I don't think anyone calls him anything.
What, they
and
just
the
call him
reason it's-
you or something?
Yeah. The reason it's called Cherry is also really funny. It has nothing to do with the actual movie. It's just like a one-off line of dialogue.
Oh no. That's
Oh,
the
no.
You want me to
worst.
say what it is?
Yes.
Go with
After
it.
his first like session in combat, someone says, "You popped your cherry, kid," and then that's why it's called Cherry.
Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah.
Why?
And
Why?
also, all of the military like people just seem comedically like over the top. Which I
Yeah,
thought was really
doesn't
funny.
like the drill sergeant try and mimic the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket?
Yep.
Like he calls him a limp dick loser or something in it.
Yep.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
That's
I
what every
think
drill sergeant in
they
the movie
tried to
does,
make it
really,
seem-
though.
they tried to make it seem like a joke, but then once they get to the war, it's just how everyone acts anyways.
Oh God.
Yeah, and there's like the war thing outside of him having PTSD. There's things that they set up like back at home that just don't have any payoff after the war.
Doesn't he go in the military because he's like no job or something in the first place?
The reason he joins the military is the weirdest part of the movie. He joins the
Oh,
military
no.
because his girlfriend dumped him.
What?
And then it turns out his girlfriend was just joking, and she didn't actually want to dump him.
What?
So then they go get married.
Wait, so he signs
and
up
then
to the military. So he's like, he gets shipped off to the military, and she's like, "No, I was joking."
Well, she's like, I'm gonna go move to Montreal, and instead of talking about it or saying like, okay, can I come with you? He just assumes that they're breaking up. So then he goes and joins the military, and he like
What?
and then she shows up and is like, the only reason I wanted to go to Montreal is because I wanted to leave you because I love you.
What?
And
Bruh.
and then
Bruh.
she's like, I want to get
Oh.
married right now. So then they go get married and go to
So-
Subway.
Was this
Um,
after he was in the military or before?
No, this is before. So then he goes to the military.
Why does he still go to the military after he gets married?
Because he was like sworn in or something.
Wait, so does the opioids happen after the military?
The opioids happen after about 70 minutes.
So
This feels like
what-
a fucking weirdly paced film.
Does
It
he
is.
ever get the plot point resolved with his girlfriend or wife? Like, what happens
Yeah,
after
then he
he
just
comes
comes
back?
back. They're
Like,
still
half the-
together.
Half
Does
the
she,
plot seems like
does
it
she
takes
dump
place
him
in
when he
the
gets
first half
addicted to
hour.
opioids and starts robbing banks?
No, then she becomes addicted to opioids.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, because she can't put up with his shit, I guess. So then she starts taking all his drugs for no reason.
God.
It's like if Martin Scorsese came out and said Goodfellas was about people selling cocaine. Like,
oh my
no,
god.
that's just what happens in the end.
Why does
Um,
this sound like they watched Goodfellas, Casino, and Wolf of Wall Street and just threw everything in there they could remember?
There's also a lot of really bad jokes. Like
Oh no.
there's jokes about like the names of people in banks. Like when they couldn't come up with a name for a doctor, it was just Doctor whatever. And then the names of the banks are all like Capitalist Bank or like Shitty Bank or something.
Wow.
And it's just not funny.
What?
Why?
Everybody's
Did-
like,
This sounds
Who wrote the
bizarre, and I
script?
want-
Was it
and
the
I
same
must
people who
watch
wrote
it.
Endgame and Infinity War?
no, it was. Hang on, let me go to the letterbox.
Marcus and McFeely?
No, this is not them.
Oh.
Thankfully, those guys got a break here. This was Jessica Goldberg, who wrote
Oh boy.
Nothing of Note.
Hmm.
Angela Russo Ostant, who I'm assuming is
It wrote
married
I'm
to
sure
one of the
just that
Russos.
Yeah.
one of their wives. Okay, Jessica
and-
Goldberg has written a total of 4 films.
Good
Oh no,
God.
three. Sorry.
Yeah, one of them being. Oh, and Nico Walker, who's the actual guy. He has a name, they just never use his name.
Whoa.
See, what I thought they were going for was he didn't get a name because this was supposed to apply to like everybody
Oh,
Like-
boy.
in the military. I thought that was what they were going
Okay.
for. But the story feels too specific in what happens. Or it just can't be like an everyman story.
Oh my God.
Now this
Where it's
happens
like-
to everyone.
Like, what person joins the military because their girlfriend dumps them? Especially because his entire life, he has a friend whose life was ruined because his friend went to the military. Or his friend's brother went to the military.
Oh my God.
So, like,
Alternate type.
every experience he has... Oh. Sorry, you go.
Just on Letterboxd, you know when it lists alternative titles? One of them
Cherkk.
is Cherkk.
Yeah. I love Letterboxd, man.
Letterbox is great.
No, yeah, it is a disaster. I genuinely cannot believe that this was poised to be like a Best Picture contender.
God.
Like, I genuinely am in shock that
Well, that's what happens when you
Anybody
get
at
the
Apple
people who
Films.
made Avengers Endgame to direct your movie. They're gonna think it's real Kino.
the thing is
I-
that
Really hope this gets a nomination and a win, because that would be hilarious.
the material was
Fuck off
unsalvageable.
Nomadland, fuck off Minari. Yeah, Cherkk, come on.
There is no director who could have made the script work. Like,
You
Not
think
even
it's Scorsese?
Scorsese could not have made like with that script. No.
I assume Nolan could do it. Nolan could do it if he made it about like time travel or interdimensional travel.
It would require like changing the script. Like, I'm talking like with this script that they were handed, there is no way that
Oh,
they could have
God.
made anything remotely salvageable. They didn't. The Russos
I mean, if
heard
you
it.
cut
They didn't
things out, like
It's
it could be
weird.
saved in the edit.
If it was about the opioid epidemic, it would have opened with the stuff before the war and during the war in the first like 15 minutes of the movie or 20 minutes. That would have
Yeah.
been the beginning of the film. That wouldn't have been the first half of the entire film. And then after that, they get into what the movie's supposedly about. It just ends up being about nothing.
Oh god. So
Um,
it's Seinfeld the movie then.
yeah, it's Seinfeld, but Seinfeld has more of a premise. At least Seinfeld knows it's about nothing. This is trying to be about something. Also, at least Seinfeld is unironically funny.
Seinfeld's a great show.
I love Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Should do Seinfeld for
Just
an
all
episode.
seasons of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Just talk about the whole I've seen it like 15 times, so I could talk about the whole show.
I adore that show. Oh man, I'm just imagining George Costanza as Cherry.
I want to see George Costanza's asshole.
Oh no, get Kramer in the main.
Yeah, get Kramer. This sounds
God.
like a story that would happen to Kramer.
Yeah, where he just joins the military. I'm just imagining Kramer in the military, like where he's doing his ticks.
Getting called a lipstick loser by some wannabe Full Metal Jacket knockoff.
It's. I would not recommend it. Bullet, I know you're gonna end up watching it because I'm confident that as soon as this ends, Bullet's just gonna go turn on Cherry.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do, and he's gonna complain about it in the server for like the next week.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll watch it if it gets a Best Picture nomination, which I hope it does.
It's
not going
no,
to. There's no way that's gonna happen.
There's already
Please,
enough stuff
that would
to
be
get
so
nominated.
funny.
You know what I want? I want Zack Snyder's Justice League and Cherry to get nominations for Best Picture. Then I'll be happy.
Oh god, can you imagine that?
Oh my god.
And the winner for
That'd be
Best
so
Picture
epic.
is Cherry, Joe and Anthony Russo.
What do you think is less likely, Cherry or the Snyder Cut getting a Best Picture win?
Cherry.
I'm gonna go with Cherry, or I'm gonna go with the Snyder Cut because it didn't even get a theatrical release.
Well, it might
kinda
though,
hurts
and I think it's getting a limited theatrical release in the UK, I believe.
Well,
it hasn't. It hadn't been out before the nominations.
Yeah, I don't think it can like even meet the criteria anymore. So Cherry is more likely.
Wait, Snyder Cut's getting
maybe
a
next
cinema
year
release.
then.
Yeah, next year Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Wait, is it getting a cinema release though? The Snyder Cut.
What do you mean? What'd you say?
Is it getting a cinema release? The Snyder Cut.
Yeah, and
I think-
limited in I believe the UK and a couple other countries.
I'd assume
I'm gonna go with that,
after
then.
COVID is blown over, they'll do a theatrical.
Yeah.
I want to see it in theaters.
Because
Yeah.
They better do a wide
we're opening
release.
cinemas here like mid-May, I think. So I'll go then.
Oh,
I'll watch
Jesus.
it before then, obviously, though.
They better do like a cinema re-release of Cherry in IMAX.
Cherry
I was-
special edition.
I was genuinely bummed when this didn't have like any showings near me because I was gonna go.
When COVID is over and Cherry, if it has a re-release in theaters, we should all go.
It becomes the
Flushcast
biggest
meet
movie
up.
of all time.
This
Cherry
is
over
the
top
worst
Star.
episode of Flushed Cast possible.
No, this is
Justice
the
League
best
and
so far.
Cherry.
This is the longest episode so far.
Yeah, we're only
God
on the first
Christ,
half.
I've been recording for an hour and 33 minutes.
Yeah,
Hour 37.
yeah, but hour 38. Beat that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We still have
Hold on, I
another
got a
hour
question.
to go for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Should we?
This will be
should
the
we-
Snyder Cut of Flushed Cast.
I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll cut out much of the conversation because it's all been pretty good. There's been no
Yeah.
There's been no awkward silences, which happen quite a bit in
That's
with
the
other
that's,
guests.
that's the weirdest thing is there's just been no awkward silence so far.
Yeah. Just as we say that,
Awkward silence.
Well, I mean, I can keep talking about
Awkward.
Cherry all day.
I think we've heard enough about.
Yeah.
Oh, what questions do we have?
I have, well, two that we'd be able to answer, and one of them is just Jack asking about Zorro. So I don't know if we'd have much to say about that.
Did we do films that you love, everyone else hates?
I
No,
feel like
no,
that could work with.
one-
Okay.
Yeah, we should do that one and then. Yeah,
So,
let's do them. Why not? I
film-
got a
okay,
midterm
so-
break, but whatever.
So, okay, so do you want to ask the questions then?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Okay, so this is from Colgate, who asked a question last episode as well. Films you love, everyone else hates.
Ooh,
I feel like Hoop, you can have a good answer for this.
there's quite a few. Where do I start? The Rise of
do you wanna-
Skywalker, Batman v Superman.
let's go like a couple each. So
Yeah,
so those are your two.
yeah, those are my two.
Sam, you want to go?
Let's see here. I don't really know that I have one where it's like, I guess I don't know if it counts because I don't think everybody hates it, but I guess Last Jedi.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people that hate it, so I guess it would count.
But I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't have like, it doesn't have like the overwhelming hatred of some films, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. It
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I don't know if that applies as much, but I don't know. Most of the time, I tend to line up with the critics. I think.
Hmm. Any others you got?
Mm,
I can go if you want.
yeah, you can go. I can't
well-
think of too many.
One of mine is Godzilla King of the Monsters, which a lot of people hate, but I really like that. I think it's even among like Godzilla fans, it's controversial. I think, but I
Mhm.
think it's in my top 5 Godzilla films.
It's okay. I haven't seen many Godzilla films though.
I've seen like all 35 of them. So
Oh God. My extents goes back to Roland Emmerich's Godzilla.
oh god, that's the worst one.
That's a lot of fish.
Yamcha, you got one?
Well, let me think for a minute. I guess it's not one that I love, but I like it more than other people do. Or from what I've seen, it's Ready Player One.
Oh,
I
mean,
like
I
that.
don't-
That's good enough.
Still haven't seen that.
I've seen a lot of people hate on it. I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't
that would be me.
Spielberg's best work, but it was pretty
Yeah.
good.
all right. I got an alternative question.
Okay.
Films you hate that everyone else loves.
That was
Oh, boy.
that was included in the question
Oh,
and
was
vice
it?
versa. Yeah.
Oh, oops. Well, yeah, whatever.
So I have a good answer for that. Do we to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm thinking of ending things.
Oh, yeah.
I agree
Which-
with that one. I agree.
which I fucking hated that.
So did I. I wish I didn't watch it.
And I know you thought it was alright, Sam, didn't you?
Yeah, I haven't rewatched it recently. I think I'm going to if it gets a Best Picture nomination, which I don't think it will.
I
Yeah.
hope it. Well, I don't think it will, and I hope it.
I'd be
It's just-
shocked if it did.
It just yeah, I didn't really like that, but loads of people seem to be loving it, which I don't get.
I don't either.
Any others?
Uh,
I'll have to think of a couple others while you guys go.
I guess mine's it's a mediocre film, but I absolutely hate it. It's the second Jumanji.
Oh God.
Wait, do you mean the second Jumanji reboot?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
I hate them both.
I liked the first one, to be honest.
The first one
I
was
haven't even
alright.
seen it.
The second one was just god awful.
I never saw the second. Oh, I've got another one. If you want me to go while you guys wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sam can probably guess what this is going to be, but The Big Lebowski.
Yep, there we go.
I
Uh,
mean, for comedy, you're kind of entitled to expect some humor.
Yeah.
But
I just think
whatever.
it's not your humor style, man.
yeah, you
I
got
just-
that British Ricky Gervais type humor.
Comedy is subjective.
I mean, yeah, but and so is film. So if I didn't find it
Yeah.
funny, then it's
No, I know.
I
I'm
don't
not.
like it,
I'm
yeah.
not shitting on you for hating it. I'm just saying, comedy is subjective.
yeah.
What's funny to one person isn't funny to another, and vice versa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Do you guys have any?
I've got one, and this will be controversial. I don't really like Shazam.
Oh,
Ooh,
I love Shazam.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
it
think
just-
Shazam's alright. I think.
I was disappointed by it. You know, I mean, maybe it's just because I really like Snyder's stuff. It just felt a little anticlimactic. You know?
It doesn't
I
fit in
get
with that
that, I get
universe,
that.
but like,
Yeah, it doesn't feel in that universe.
Yeah.
I don't know. As a film, though, I think it stands well on its own.
I mean, it's not a bad film. Like it is made to a good standard of quality, unlike a certain film that we reviewed today.
Yeah.
But I just don't really like it. There are things I like about it, but overall, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't like blow me away or anything. Like there's nothing that really excites me about it.
No, I agree. It's not. It's. I think I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's not particularly bad, but it's,
Yeah, I
mean,
give it like a
it's
5
good,
out of 10.
but it's not great. I don't think. I could do another if you want. I've quite a lot of these. If
I've
wait,
got
wait.
Yeah,
another
you can
also.
keep going.
This is another one that Sam loves.
I
Can
know
you guess
what
what it is?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Correct.
What? That film's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Bullet.
It's like almost 3 hours of nothing happening.
That's
3
not
hours
true.
of Tarantino.
Exactly,
It-
nothing happening.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Did you even
That's
see the
not
ending?
true. That ending was great.
Everything happens in the last like half an hour.
Well,
It's just-
It's all
Still
character
good.
moments,
stuff,
man.
Yeah, it's character stuff.
Yeah, but
You get to see Brad Pitt beat up the what's his name?
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that was good.
And
no.
you got
it's
Leonardo
just-
DiCaprio coping with being a has-been.
Which is
I like
That's all
that
great
he-
stuff.
I just found it incredibly boring. But yeah, do one of you guys have one?
I've got another one.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Go for it.
It's not one that I hate, but like the other ones. But don't call me racist or anything. But I didn't really like
God.
Black Panther.
I agree with you
No.
there.
I didn't really like
was
it.
Yeah, it
not
was
a
fine.
big fan of it.
I think it's not. Again, it's fine. It's like
Yeah,
it's mid-tier Marvel.
yeah.
Did it-
It's not bad.
Did it deserve
bad.
a best picture nomination? No, it wasn't the best.
no.
It wasn't even the best MCU film of that year.
No.
Infinity War was, but
I think I got
Yeah.
a few.
okay, go for it.
First up, a lot of these are Best Picture nominees. But first one I'll go with is Bohemian Rhapsody.
I
I
agree
still
with you
haven't
there.
watched that.
I mean, did
I-
anyone love that?
Yeah, I mean
Yes,
it made like
I know
$900
people who
million.
do.
I guess.
I'm sure like Queen
I know
fans liked it.
a lot of people. I mean, I love Queen, but like, I hated the movie because
That was not a good movie.
No, yeah, it's
just-
really bad.
Plus,
Yeah,
Bryan Singer's an asshole anyway.
Yeah.
I also think Rami Malek did not at all deserve the award.
Oh,
Like, he was good.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't.
he was
but,
he was fine, but it's just playing a historical character basically guarantees you a nomination at
Yeah.
least.
And like he didn't even like do the actual singing. Like it was just
Yeah.
audio of Freddie Mercury singing. Like at least
Yeah.
one movie that I did really like that's like it is Rocket Man. I thought was really good.
Rocket
And
Man was good.
I
that
never
actually-
saw that.
That actually had Taron Egerton like doing the songs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like he was actually singing. It's not exactly
Yeah.
like Elton John.
John
but, like,
Elton. Or Elton
yeah,
John.
yeah. He's
I
actually
think-
doing the songs.
I think I would have given Best Actor to probably Christian Bale in Vice that year.
Yeah, I would have too.
He was good in Vice. He was really good.
in that. I think I would have. Of the ones nominated, at least I'd have to think a bit further to make a proper judgment. But yeah,
I mean, I
that's
wish
just of the five nominees.
I had wished Ryan Gosling had gotten nominated, but then he didn't.
What
For what
what
film?
did he do that year?
First Man.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, of course. Yeah, that would no. I'd go with that then. Yeah, I forgot that was that year.
Another one from that year, Green Book, which that's one where I don't think everybody loves it, but you know people do really like it. I remember
Wife
when
got
I
one.
saw it. When I
I
saw
think
it in
it's
theaters,
decent.
when I saw it in theaters, it got a standing ovation. So
Is that the one with Viggo Mortensen in it?
yeah, where he
Yeah.
said the N word during a press tour event.
Oh, that's epic. Thank you, Aragorn.
He's gonna play the next Joker, preparing for the role. Oh, there's another one. I don't really care about Joker.
What? Really?
I agree with you there. It's. I mean, I like it more than I do say Shazam or Black Panther, but it's not
That's
that good.
That's one like Cherry, where it tries to do too many things and then it just doesn't do enough
Yep.
of anything.
But society.
Yeah, it
The
says a lot
Bruce
about
Wayne
society.
stuff was so forced.
Oh
I agree
God,
with that. Yeah, I
Alfred
I
showing up.
like Joker on the whole, but it's not as great as people say.
I don't
Well,
think it's
the
a
thing
bad
is-
movie, but
It
Oh,
didn't
hang on.
age well
Oh.
because all the memes that have come around it. It did not age well. I feel
No.
because like there's
Yeah.
certain things like whenever he mentions society, I get immediately taken out of the movie because I've seen too many fucking memes about society.
I've got
Um,
one.
Sure.
Lego Star Wars Revenge of the Brick.
boy.
I haven't seen that since I was like 8, so I don't have an opinion on that.
That is a perfect movie.
It's, I mean,
Masterful Kino.
Oh my god, hang on.
we should do that for an episode.
Do the Yoda Chronicles, the Lego Yoda Chronicles.
I think I sent Sam a picture of this, but I found like a picture of a person that's like the human embodiment of the Revenge of the Brick faces.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find it. Here it is. I'll put it in the guest chat.
That's not a real face. There's no way.
That's a picture on Letterboxd of someone.
No. No.
That was just the first thing I thought of when I saw that picture.
it is him.
There's the person's Letterboxd if you.
Corey Feldman. Wait, Corey Feldman, is that I've seen he was in Goonies.
Yeah, he's in
I know.
Gremlins.
Yeah, I know him from one of the Friday movies.
Why does he look like a Lego Star Wars person?
I don't know, but you guys can't see the resemblance yet. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I
yet.
see it.
I
Yeah.
see it.
Okay, should we do the next question?
Sure.
Sure.
This is from. Who is it? This is from Doom Guy. Name
Alright.
a movie that doesn't have a video game but absolutely should.
Wolfenstein.
Minecraft.
Wait, Wolfenstein's a game.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
you heard the question wrong.
Oh,
What's
is
a movie that doesn't have a game?
Cherkk.
oh, yeah, Cherry.
Yeah, a movie that.
Cherkk. Yeah, I want the Cherkk video game. Would that basically just be like Grand Theft Auto or something like that?
It would be boring as shit. It would be like
You
a
have a
Telltale
10-minute
game
level
where,
where you have to like platform push
Telltale
Tom Holland's
game.
arsehole.
Uh,
So,
when
anyone got
do we
a
get a
answer for this?
Telltale game about Cherkk?
Let's see.
I know I probably have answers. I just need to think. I still don't think we've had like a good, like a really great Superman game yet.
no, we
Oh,
haven't.
no. Yeah.
I think that's not technically like a movie. That's like comic, obviously. But I think a good Superman game would be like
That's
not
hard
like
to do,
Arkham
though.
style, not like Arkham in like the combat, but like in the
Mhm.
way you have like all the villains and stuff. I think that would be really good.
That
Mhm.
just feels hard to do to me though, because like Superman's just overpowered. You know?
Yeah, there's a difficult game to make.
Yeah, that'd be difficult.
Hmm.
You need make it like Dark Souls or something.
I'd
Oh.
do it like obviously you'd have like I mean they made it work with Spider-Man. I know he's not like as extremely overpowered as Superman.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not a
but
god. That's the thing.
He's a normal person.
I think they could do like a toned down Superman maybe, or maybe he's like lost his powers for part of the plot. So or like
No, then he's
he's
even
had them
Superman.
weakened.
The
No, like,
game
had them
version of
weakened, I mean.
Superman 2?
You just go to bars and try and pick fights.
Yeah.
But like maybe he's like lost his powers to kryptonite or something. I don't know. That's just off the top of my head. I think a Flash game would be good as well, just on the
Oh, yeah.
DC.
Maybe
Right.
we'll get one when the Flash movie comes out. If it
I
comes
hope.
out.
There was a Flash fan game that got shut down, which is quite sad because it looked really cool.
Warner Brothers moment.
A good Godzilla game needs to happen.
There was one on like the PS4, wasn't there?
Yeah, but it was terrible, I think.
I never
Yeah,
played
and it's
it.
also worth a ton of money now because it got delisted, so now it's going for like hundreds of dollars.
What I
Um,
need is a good game about the colonial marines and aliens. They put one out
yeah.
years ago, and it was terrible. It was a buggy mess.
Yeah.
If they could like make a new version of that with a better story, that'd be great.
Like,
You know what?
we know that good alien games can be a thing because of Alien Isolation, so which is amazing. So
Yeah, it's a great game.
I would say that's the best alien thing outside of the first two films.
We should get a Birth of the Nation
The
game.
prequels are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the prequels, but Alien Isolation just amazing. I think.
Yeah. I think Prometheus is up there, but
We've had a Godfather video game.
What?
Have?
There was?
Yeah, we've had a Godfather 2 video game.
Oh,
When were these made? Like 1975? Were they all
No,
pixels?
this was like on the 360 and the OG Xbox.
Oh. Not Godfather for like the Atari 2600.
No. This is like an
Godfather
actual game.
Pong.
So
Godfather in
where's,
the style of ET.
where's Godfather 3? That's my question.
Maybe we'll get one after the Godfather 3 director's cut that came out last year.
Where's Goodfellas the video game?
that would be
That was
fun,
a video
Isn't
game.
that just Mafia?
I guess, but
pretty much.
I mean that's what Godfather is. I think I haven't played it. I don't even know what the story is. Is it just the story of the movies, or is it like a different thing? I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm
What
gonna
are
play
these-
it though.
One of these weeks for a film, I should just play a video game associated with it instead of watching it.
Oh God.
Godfather.
Godfather.
If you ever recommend The Godfather, I'll just watch that. I need something for a film I haven't seen before.
Should get
Um,
Lego.
We could use a good Justice League video game too. That'd be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something where you
That'd be
can like
cool.
switch between characters.
Maybe
Like
we'll
the
get
Lego
one
games,
after the
maybe.
Snyder cut.
Yeah, an
I
Arkham
wouldn't
Justice
get
League.
your hopes up.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Doesn't know what they're doing with DC.
Oh, good Iron Man game would be cool.
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be
nice.
nice.
Something where you could like
Most of us
customize
just seem
your
to
suit.
be superheroes.
Something like Arkham, sort of in that vein, but with Iron
They did
Man.
like an
Yeah.
Iron Man VR game that I haven't played yet, but I
What
played the
about-
demo and it was bad.
See, kind of like on a similar topic. What about Lego games that should be made?
Lego Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Easily.
Lego. I'm trying to think of something that already has like a Lego theme that hasn't
Mhm.
happened yet.
I mean, Doctor Who has a
Uh,
Lego theme, I think. Yeah, it's had a couple.
I need the Skywalker Saga Lego video game. That's never gonna come out.
Like, isn't that supposed to be spring this year? So like
Yeah,
quite
Yeah,
Spring,
might have
yeah,
got
they've
delayed
delayed
again.
it 4 times.
Yeah.
Lego. Let's go. I really don't know. Give me a new Lego Bionicle game. I don't know. There have been some in the past. New Lego
Lego
Indiana
Flush
Jones.
Guest.
Fuck that.
What would the true blank be? Like true.
The what?
You know,
Oh,
like
true
true.
flushed. True. I don't
That's
know.
just lazy. True Kinophile.
Yeah.
True Kinophile.
The stuff's all flushed. Emojis.
Yes. There've been games of this already, but I think a good Matrix game would be cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe
If they
after
could
the
somehow
fourth
get
one.
if they could get if they could find a way to make the film's style of combat into make it work in a game, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
Mhm.
great.
How about a video game based off of like a boring Oscar film, like a
Nomadland, the
Spotlight.
game.
Yeah, there we go. You gotta upgrade your van. You know what? I would play that.
Mank
Fuck
the
it.
video game.
I would fucking play Nomadland the video game.
That feels like it would be Telltale.
You know what? No,
Yeah.
no, that would be.
It'd be like Godfather the video game. I can't imagine that being real. Am I right?
Am I crazy for saying Nomadland the video game would almost work better?
Maybe.
I mean, it would
I haven't
probably
seen
be like boring.
Nomadland, so
Imagine you're driving around your van. You have to upgrade your van. You can like get people in your party or something. I don't know. It's like a turn-based RPG at some point. Mad Max. There's another one.
Ooh.
That had a good game, didn't it?
The game was fine, but give me
didn't they
more.
I
have a
heard good
Telltale
things
game
about
or
it.
no?
Mad Max had like an actual game in 2015.
Oh.
It was decent. I haven't played it since.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I heard good things about that. I think I owned it on the PlayStation, like PS Plus or something. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Flushcast. Next week, what are we doing next week?
Oh my
What
God,
are we doing next week?
Oh, Jesus.
Or what next episode? Not next week. Okay, so next episode we are doing the 1962 King Kong versus Godzilla in preparation for Godzilla versus Kong. Which we'll also be talking about Godzilla versus Kong in that episode as well. So look
This should
forward
be
to
an
that.
interesting one.
Yeah,
I'll
so
probably have to
it's-
watch that movie like now because I'm gonna be going home in a few days or back to school. So
You
I can't
could
really watch.
You could always take the disc with you, I guess. You'd have to take the whole set.
I don't want to do that though. I want to keep the set together.
I mean, you'll be able to put it back whenever you come home next.
No, I know. I just don't want to lose one disc if I lose.
I guess. Yeah.
It.
So yeah, so similar to this episode, we're doing the original version of a film and the new version. So yeah, although I don't think this next week's episode won't be nearly as long as this one.
What is this episode gonna end up being? Like 3 hours?
I would guess 2 hours.
You think you can whittle it down to 2 hours?
Maybe 2.5.
I don't know. This recording's 2 hours. The last one was, what, 2 hours, 90 minutes? Something like that.
About 90 minutes, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so
We'll work something out. Okay, so
if this episode isn't 3 hours, release the extended cut.
Hashtag, yeah, release the bullet cut.
Alright. See y'all
Yeah, so
later.
see ya. Oh, hang on. We need to plug stuff. Okay.
Oh.
So, check the description of this video. Well, actually, hang on. This will be put on the. Oh, we have a sound. Do we have a SoundCloud? Or what are the
I
episodes
think we
on?
have some. If we don't, we will by the time we release
The,
this
the,
episode.
the podcast is now on Spotify. It's on something called Sounder. I don't know what that is, but Yamcha set it up, so well done him. We'll probably put it on SoundCloud at some point if it's not there already. So yeah, you can find those links. They'll probably be in the description of the video, but if you they're all in a nice, neat channel on the Discord server if you want to join that to get them. So yeah, join our Discord server, which is to get up-to-date news on the show. Join our Discord server, which will also be in the description of the episode.
Also, big benefit of the Discord server is you can ask questions for us.
Yes. That's
That's
how we get our questions for the episodes.
And you can interact with us. Specifically,
yeah.
Bullet. He does the fan stuff. So send Bullet your fan mail.
You just like giving me every job, don't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm doing a lot of hard work here.
So yeah, do we have any other links? Twitter. We don't really post on that, but
I'll continue. If we get enough followers, I'll do some shit posting.
You know Twitter, but I don't use Twitter at all. So
I know the Twitter rules.
Do we need anything else? God, this is a mess.
Yeah, have fun editing this. All right, see y'all.
Right, so, yeah, bye. Bye. Goodbye. Farewell.
Adios, amigo.
Hasta la vista.
Baby. All right.
Oh, this is a mess.
Let me write you a love song.